I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Live from the Xfinity Studio. Let's go! Let's go, baby! It's here, Football Friday. We are now just a weekend away from Eagles and Niners and the wild card weekend. Oh, it's on. Nothing better than this time of the year. Eagles runs, right? The Eagles runs throughout the years, the playoffs, January in Philadelphia, a rite of passage for the Eagles. This incredible 26-year period, it's now like 27 years. In 2000, when they first, and Andy Reid got here, the first time they made the playoffs. He got here in 99. They make the playoffs in 2000. And then all those years later, the Eagles have become the gold standard. And the gold standard about to make another run through the playoffs. And we kick it off Sunday against the Niners here at the Link. It's going to be fantastic. This is our happy time, right? There's a great ad that runs through the college football playoffs about playoff year, like a playoff of January, February, and the playoffs. And this is the holiday, right? The extension of the holiday comes in with football and the birds. I feel great about it. I do. I played this game out several times, and I keep coming back to the same conclusion. Barring an offensive outage, right? Like that there's major issues with this offense. They're going to win. And I don't think you're going to see what you saw in the second half against Buffalo. Not against this Niners defense that can't pressure the quarterback, that's got, linebackers off the street, Kazir White, right? Kendricks. These guys are coming off the street. So barring some awful performance offensively, and I don't see it. I just don't see it. Now, you ask me next week against whoever they play, that's a different story. Sunday, I don't see it. I see this offense putting up in the 20s, and there's no way Vic Fangio is going to give up more than that. I feel great about the game. I do. I think it's Eagles getting started. And, once you roll and you win a playoff game, now all of a sudden, it's go, man. Doesn't matter that they had those bad spells during the regular season. All that matters is you're playing good football and the playoffs, and this is a team that's been here. This is a team that rises to the occasion. The quarterback rises to the occasion in January and February. That's who he is. We've seen it time and time again. Listen, we can all bitch and moan about the offense and sometimes how he executes. Forget Petula. We're just talking about Jalen right now. And there are times when I get frustrated. But the one thing I know when it comes to Hurts is that he's a money player. He's a money guy, man. He's a bright lights, big games. He always comes up and plays well. And I expect him to do that again. And that's why I think this run has a shot. I think we got a real shot to get back there. It's going to be tough. We know it. You might have a road that takes us through the entire NFC West. But listen, this would be an awesome. Could you imagine they get back to the Super Bowl? All the stuff that they went through? That to me is what I'm looking at when it comes to Nick. Like, here you go, buddy. Here's the road. Here's the pathway. Show us that last year wasn't just, hey, Kellen Moore and Barkley, the great O-line, and a great defense with Fangio. This would be the feat. Get back to the Super Bowl, and I think they can. We're kicking it off. I got a fun thing I want to get to early on because I get hyped. I love this time of year. This is the best. Like watching the game last night, Ole Miss and Miami was fantastic. Nothing like football playoffs. It is the greatest. So I compiled my list of the 10 greatest Eagles home playoff games. My favorite 10 games in order. So I want to get to those. We got a great show today. Obviously, we're going to be all hyped up. You can well imagine, right? So we're going to talk to Baldy down at the Hula Bowl. He's going to join us. We'll talk to Bo to get us newsy, what's happening down at NovaCare. We got Mikey G coming up from the NFL Network. He'll to give us a little what's happening with San Francisco, the injuries, all the coaching stuff. Mikey G's on top of that. We got the great Jason Avant coming up at 10:40 to break it down. We got Danny D. It's a packed show for you. Good morning, VG.
Happy playoff weekend here. New season.
Yeah.
All ready to go. Let's
Playoff, you worry.
Playoff, you worry. I'm all right with that. You know what else I'm all right with? You know what the line is right now? 5.5. It just keeps creeping up. No other games got any movement like this, and it's all going in the right direction for us. 5.5.
It's wild. That thing, we did, Andrew and I were at Parks last night.
Yeah.
And we had the brain. The brain got the Eagles at 2.5.
I remember him saying that.
2.5.
Because that's why he's the brain.
And now it's 5.5.
It's an entire field goal higher for a playoff game.
I mean, that's a big,
he's got to be feeling
number.
great.
And I think, if you look at it like you said it, all the money, even though the line is shooting up, all the money's on San Francisco.
It was 77% yesterday at 4.5. Let's see real quick. It's got to be pretty similar, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, and yet the line keeps going the opposite direction, which is something that
this might be a double-digit win.
Always bodes well.
80% of the money on the Niners.
Woo! Show me the money.
80%?
77% of the bets, 80% of the money.
That is such a great sign for Sunday.
Oh, this is late 9.5. I might do that.
Yeah. Route.
Yeah, it feels like that with this.
Let's go.
With this Vegas stuff, it feels like a route
Let's
coming.
go.
Purdy saying he's got a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah,
right. You know what? Just relax. That's not the kind of talk you need to do.
I had a buddy of mine out there, and he texted me, Brockster's coming. Okay. All right, Brockster.
That's a good name for him.
Let's see what you got.
The Brockster.
I got Jalen. All right, I got Jalen and Jalen.
Yeah,
Carter and Phillips coming after your ass. All right. Brockster. All right. So I want to get to this quickly because it's going to take us a minute to get through it.
Okay.
So I compiled my list of my 10 favorite home playoff games.
Yes.
All right? Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, my memory may be a little hazy. Well,
you
walk me through it.
You have no memory.
Walk me through
All
it.
right? I can give you chapter and verse on each of these games. I remember them like you're yesterday. Coming in at number 10 in the greatest Eagles home playoff games to get us stoked is 1995 wild card weekend against the Lions. 58 points in that game.
I think I can name the quarterback. Is it Rodney Pete?
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. What was his wife's name?
Yeah, Holly Robinson.
There you go. That was it. They had a big third quarter, second quarter.
Dude, they rolled the whole. I mean, it was just a monster avalanche in the second
31
quarter.
points in the second quarter. 30.
Quarter.
Yeah.
They rolled.
Yeah.
All right. You agree? Number 10.
Yeah.
Number 9. This is the game that got it all started. The Eagles, if you remember, were awful during the late 90s. That Lions game was the only highlight up until 2000. Andy Reid comes in 1999, and in 2000, the Eagles make the playoffs. 1 year into Andy's tenure, they make the playoffs. It's Donovan and nobody, right? Donovan, Deuce, and nobody, but the defense was great. It was Doc, Hugh Douglas, it was Trott, Ike, all the boys, and they win the wild card game against Tampa, and the defense was just ferocious. Of course, they go in the following week, they lose to the Giants.
Ugh.
And who was the guy? Jason Sehorn.
Oh.
He got the interception. Yeah, it was
He was the last good Caucasian quarterback till Coop came along.
right.
Yeah.
Defensive back. Yeah, that's right.
It's a good last name, Seahorn.
Yeah.
I like that. Whoa,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Seahorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that was
grab the
Mr.
conch.
Medieval times would like C-word.
Yeah, that was but that's what got this whole thing started. Was that game against Tampa where they wrecked Sean King was the quarterback for the Buccaneers.
Wow, I remember Sean King.
And they buried him. Hugh Douglas, they were all over him. It was awesome. In fact, if I got my memory right, that game was part of a doubleheader in Philadelphia sports.
Oh.
It was a Flyers Eagles doubleheader.
What's going on in your
Man.
Ready?
If you tell me to swim.
What was the score of that game?
Wait, I think 5-2, but it was Lindros's return with the Rangers.
Really?
All right, I'm going to look it up.
It was
Wait, was it a New Year's Eve game?
Yes.
Oh, look at this.
Yes, it
All
was
right,
New
hold
Year's
on,
Eve.
Hold on.
It was New Year's Eve. And this is if I'm correct, but I know it was Eagles Tampa and Flyers Rangers.
Definitely
Because
Flyers Rangers?
I did both. I went to both games.
If you pull this off, let me see.
And it was the Lindros return.
December 31st, 2000. No, I don't see that.
No?
No.
Hold up.
Look
This
2000.
game was December 31st, 2000 was the Eagles game. No. I don't have the Eagles. I mean, I don't have
The Flyers?
playing according to Hockey Reference that day.
Go to the next year. Maybe I could be off a year.
All right. Let me see.
Yeah, the Flyers did
2001.
not play that one.
How about the following year?
Flyers Canucks the following New Year's Eve.
Well, maybe it wasn't New Year's Eve, but I know the Flyers played the Rangers.
All right.
It was right around.
I mean,
then.
your money. You
You know.
usually like
Look up.
Well, let's see. Maybe it's the day
Look
before.
Look up Flyers Lindros return
All
or
right.
something like that, because there was a game, and I do know it was Eagles playoff game, and it was the Flyers,
all right.
and I thought it was New Year's Eve, because I remember going from
The Flyers played the Capitals the day before, and they won. They lost 6-3.
No, it was a big game.
They got the Flyers return to Philly. Lindros. That's January 12th, 2002.
All right, that's
2002.
that was the day. The Eagles played the same day.
Yeah, let me see. 2000.
Maybe it was the Bears, or I thought it was Tampa, but
It is Tampa.
Yeah.
It's 31-9 Eagles.
yeah. So
victory.
that I was 2 years off.
Yes.
Or a year off.
Pretty
Yeah.
good, dude.
Yeah. All right.
Brad Johnson.
Number 8, 2017 divisional game against the Falcons.
I was there.
This was the big game that they survived, right? There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go. What a
Heart attack.
great picture. Julio Jones in the corner of the end zone, right? That
remember
was
well.
it. They escaped the victory.
Jalen Mills in coverage. Maybe a little
That's a
hold.
catch he does
Matty
not
Ice.
drop or not miss.
Yeah.
Matty Ice in the cold.
Like, that was destiny. Him missing that
was.
was absolute destiny.
It was, because the whole run, there's no Nick Foles, there's
Yeah.
no St. Nick,
Yeah.
there's no Miracle, right? Last year would have been the first Super Bowl. You know, we would have had all kinds of angst.
Eagles came in as, I think they were the number one seed, but an underdog against the Falcons.
Yes.
Which was
Yeah.
insulting.
Yes.
With
Well, Matt Ryan had just
Matty Ryan in the cold.
previous year they were in the Super Bowl against Tampa or the Patriots.
Yes.
And that's the one that they blow up, you know?
Yep.
The 28-3 or whatever it is.
All right. Number 7, I have the 2024 championship game, last year's championship game against the Commanders.
It was a rout.
Right?
Yeah.
That was a fun game,
That was
man.
an awesome game.
Right?
BTA.
Domination.
That score looks way closer than it was.
and it was great because, you know, last year we knew we escaped the Rams and Washington upsets Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
We get the home playoff game and we got a party on the way to the Super Bowl.
Everything bounced right.
So this was tough, but I had that at 7. And at number 6, I had the 2022 championship game against the Niners.
Oh, yeah, it's like a
Because
quarterback
that was a
body
little
bag
bit
game.
better because of the quarterback bodying it, right?
Yeah,
because
awesome.
Brockster got crushed.
Yeah.
All right. So I had that game above the last year's game because they just crushed San Francisco.
Yeah, they had a position player pitching basically with McCaffrey quarterback
playing quarterback.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
That was awesome. All right, that was awesome.
The anxiety going into that game too, everything building up to that.
And the next, because remember, Eagles went down. They come back, go down, and then he gets crushed.
Yeah.
And there he was. Remember, he comes back. Brockster came back. He couldn't even throw. Couldn't move his arm.
Yep.
It was like flapping.
Yeah.
It was flapping the arm.
The flapper.
Yeah, it was flapping. All right, number 5. I have the 2003 divisional round playoff game against the Packers. This was the 4th and 26 game.
Everybody's favorite, Fred X.
I mean, listen, 4th and 26. It's a miracle.
Yes, it
There's
was.
no way in the world we think that we can win the game. It's 4th and 26, and Fred X is open.
Even still, when I look back at that play, I can't believe they made that play. Just the catch and everything, I just can't believe it when I watched the highlight of it.
How open he was. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. You're playing sticks defense.
I didn't know where the sticks were.
Right? It was unbelievable. And then it goes to overtime, and Brett Favre throws up a duck.
That's what he does, the slinger.
He throws a duck.
Slinger.
Who caught the interception?
Oh, man. No
Come
idea.
on.
Dawkins.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
1 in 4 chance.
Yes. Very good. All right.
Your brain cell was firing there.
Number 4 in the greatest all-time home playoff games to me is the 2004 NFC Championship game against the Falcons. That's when the Eagles finally broke the seal.
Yeah.
Right? They had lost in consecutive championship games to the Rams, to Tampa Bay, to Carolina. We had great angst going into the game.
That was a cold
There
one.
was a nor'easter
Yeah.
that hit the area
I remember.
on Friday night. Bad storm, late Friday night, all day Saturday, dumping 18 or 14 inches of snow on the Delaware Valley.
Dude, I was at that game with my pops. It was so cold down there. I was starting to realize I got like a 3-0 record or 2-0 record at these NFC Championship games now. I was like, oh, yeah. That
You going
game-
down this year?
Dude, we went to Modell's.
Better go.
We loaded up on all kinds of snow, like
Modell's.
ski gear and
What a
stuff for that
throwback.
game. It was so cold down
Well,
there.
because when the storm blows through, what happens is you have all the cold Arctic air come in.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember Timmy Kelly. Timmy Kelly was
The
the
singer,
blind
right?
boy
Yes.
who did I love Timmy Kelly. Did the national anthem.
Yes.
And I remember being down there. It was freezing.
It was so cold. Hey, can you pull that up one more time?
Sure.
Jeffrey Lurie on the bottom left. I know your eyes are kind of bad. He's got the same hair as Boo when Boo got abducted by the aliens, dude.
He does.
He
does.
the alien abduction haircut, dude.
They're going to snip him.
Oh, do you have that video?
I have it somewhere, yeah.
Oh, man.
You might have to
It might
play.
be Boo Lurie.
Yeah.
Show that.
Boo Lurie.
And then show the Boo.
Man, he's rocking the Lurie.
Oh, man, that's great. That's great.
Oh my God, that's the greatest. Number 3 in the greatest all-time Eagles home playoff victories. I got the divisional round against the Rams last year in the snow.
Oh, man.
That was the greatest, man.
Yeah.
In the snow, and it was a great game.
It was.
Up until the end, when Jalen Carter saves the season, gets to Stafford before he's able to get the ball to Puka.
To an open Puga. That was a great. That's what Saquon's like banging his head as he's running, right? In the snow?
Yeah. I love that run, man.
That was
That's
awesome.
That's a great game.
Oh, it was the greatest.
Yeah.
It was so incredible, right? All right, number 2, I have going way back a game. Speaking of cold, I was at this game. I was, 10 years old. It was the 1980 NFC Championship game against the Cowboys. This was the game in lore. My father took me to the game. I had the green army blanket. I was on there, and I just remember, like, it was Eagles-Cowboys, and everything was about the Cowboys because the Eagles were always the stepchild, and that was our Super Bowl.
Yeah, dude. I was like, it's weird because these are all good memories. This is another one. My dad passed last year, but him and I, who's always a hustler, we went down and we were selling pennants on the corner trying to make a couple bucks.
Yeah.
And it was that was my first.
It was freezing that day.
Freezing.
Remember?
It was my first, like, I don't know, what am I, 9 or 10? It was my first exposure to, like, bleep the cow. Everyone was like, bleep the Cowboys, bleep the Cowboys.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Wilbert with a huge game, big touchdown run.
Those are good jerseys, too.
It was fantastic. Fantastic.
They were on ponies. Jaws wearing the ponies.
How about that? All right, number 1, the greatest home playoff game ever. I think.
I love it.
It's the party, right? It's Eagles and Vikings to get to our first Super Bowl victory. And, of course, the way that game played was unbelievable. Theater, right? They're down. And then the interception. Robinson with the interception.
Yes.
And changes the whole tenor of the game. And then it's a party.
Dude.
Who was the older lady?
Millie.
Like Millie.
Bleep Millie was the banner on
Millie
Broad Street.
was
this
Vikings fan.
The sweetest
right?
woman.
Yeah,
like
old
apple pie,
lady.
sweet woman.
Yeah, this older lady, and it was Millie, and we're going, bleep Miller.
Walking down Broad
Bleep Miller.
Jamie and I went to that game as well. In the intro, we're celebrating at that game. We walk down Broad Street, and there's 3 guys with a giant sheet that just says spray painted bleep Millie.
That's great. Only Philadelphia.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm just texting Baldy, let him know that. But that was one of the greatest. So that's our top 10. All right? Our top 10.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't think you can get better than that. I don't know one you're missing. I mean, I can't think of anything.
And I think in order. I got them in the correct order.
Yeah, it was a good order.
And I think that's the elite 10.
Yeah.
Home playoff games. All right. We're going to have fun. We'll put that out in socials and get that going. All right. Lots to get to. All right. We got to do a ton of stuff. Baldy's coming up in just a minute. All right. So what's the matter?
Jeezy in the chat says he remembers you saying to throw Millie into the bagster.
I did. I did. I hysterical.
Throw her in the bagster.
Put Millie in the bagster.
Put the old bag in the bagster.
I was like, put her in the bagster. All right? Forget that. Who cares about
Poor
it?
Millie.
All right. Poor Millie is right. All right. Let's go. Let's take care of some business. Talk about our friends. All right, friends and partners. Here we go. Let's talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. Always another way to win. All right, you can live bet while you watch all the games this weekend and the 5 days of football. It makes watching the game that much more fun. Live betting on the app is better. Get some skin in the game. Birds again, 5.5 now. The total's 45. I think it ticked up to 45. The BetParks app is Philly fans' choice to bet on sports and play classic casino games like blackjack, craps, you name it. We got another college football playoff game. We got all the wild card weekend going on. So you can check out all that stuff. New users get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours, plus an additional $50 bonus on the hot slot game Triple Cash Eruption. You got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. BetParks.com says terms and conditions. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, now I want to tell you about one of our new clients. We love them. Success. It's First Trust Bank. You know, the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles. Success, whether in sports, business, or life, comes down to working with the right people, having a clear plan, showing up every day with a purpose. That's exactly how First Trust Bank supports Philadelphia business owners, all right? As the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles, First Trust understands what it takes to compete and win. You're a business owner who's tired of feeling like just another number. First Trust is different. Family owned, deeply rooted in Philadelphia, our kind of place since 1934. Genuinely invested in this city and this business community. First Trust isn't just a bank. They give your business an edge. Learn more, firsttrust.com, or call 1-800-220-BANK. First Trust Bank, the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, let's go down to Orlando in just a moment. And we're going to be talking to our man Baldy, who's down at practice. He's down there. He was sending me videos of Gruden doing practice.
Yeah, he's run.
That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty good stuff. So there's a lot of stuff I want to get to Baldy with. We're kind of breaking down this game.
Yeah. Hey, can I checked in. I checked the temperature of the Niners Reddit thread last night. I got some comments you might want to hear.
Oh, let me go. Let's hear while we wait for Baldy. Let's go.
According to answer 5031 of the Niners group says, please don't embarrass us. I just want a competitive game. Here's one from Earl the Badger. The Eagles seem like a sleeping giant of this season's playoff. If their offense starts clicking, they have no ceiling. Here's
Sleeping Giant!
Here's
Yes!
Yangdal. I'd be content if nobody gets a next season-ending injury.
Wow, they're already trying to protect next year?
Yes, dude, they're out. Zombie fan. Barkley's going to put up 300 yards on this defense. Next guy says 300's conservative. They're scared out there. Shinobi Way of Tomo. He says we are cooked. Useful Coyote 5796. Philly's going to demolish us.
Wow, that's the
Dude,
Niners
that's crazy.
Reddit?
Yeah, the thread of the Niners Reddit I was in last night, they are not feeling
They have
good
no
about these injuries of the linebackers and stuff.
You got to be kidding me.
Mm-hmm. They are not an optimistic bunch.
He's trying to connect right now.
He's trying to connect right now?
He's on the
complaining
field.
about the referee. Yeah.
Text him because he said, will you call me? So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm texting him now.
Yeah, just get
I figure
with him.
Baldy could just get in here with his mind.
Baldy power.
Yeah.
I love it. Here's Fit Dad on the text board. Call that Brockster. Call that kid a Philly pretzel because our D is about to fold him up. That's right, Fit Dad. That's it. Brockster.
All right, we're good. We got him.
All right,
He's here.
now joining us on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line from the Hula Bowl, Baldy.
Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Ay, Baldy. Oh, he likes pizza and football.
Oh, Baldy. There he is, legend. Look at him.
Look at them shades. Look at them shades. Yeah.
On the field. I love
Morning,
it.
cuz. Morning, cuz. I'm here at beautiful Daytona Stadium, home of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, where practice is today. It starts in about an hour, so I'm just early as usual, just waiting for the buses of players to come on in here and the scouts and everybody else.
I love it, man. Nobody does practice like you, brother. Look at you. You're like coach.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's, they've got a good roster of coaches. You know, I was watching Gruden, John Gruden, his brother Jay Gruden yesterday, John Fox. You know, I mean, there's some good A.Q. Shipley, Mike McGlynn, who played with the Eagles, and Andy Reid. Like, they got a good roster of coaches here. I was watching Mike, defensive line coach. I mean, they got some good coaches here, man. Some good instruction going on, I'll tell you that.
That's awesome. All right, there's so much to get to with you, but you're down in Florida. How about that game last night? Miami and Ole Miss, Trinidad, and then Beck answered the bell. I thought he was going to throw a pick on that last drive. He answered the bell.
Hey. Well, he had good pocket presence on that touchdown run. You know, Mario Cristobal's an interesting guy. He ran him 51 times last night. And, I think he wore Ole Miss down a little bit towards the end. But regardless, like I went down to Cam Ward's pro day, and I met Mario down there. I didn't know Mario Cristobal. And so we started talking about, just football and Cam and the program and, the whole thing. And he invited me to a spring practice the next day. So I went down there. And I got to tell you, cuz when I watched that 3-hour practice of his, it reminded me of being like with the Dallas Cowboys in the early 80s.
Wow.
Every drill was full speed. Every drill was physical. Every drill was padded up. Like they got after it. And I went up to him afterwards and I said, Mario, I didn't know teams even practice like this anymore. He goes, it's the only way I know, Baldy. And here he is, on the footsteps of the national championship at home in his home stadium at Hard Rock, a week from Monday. And he's got a chance to win the national championship. And he's doing it just an old school way. And it's just a reminder that approach, even with today's kids, it still works. Because nothing works like success. And when kids have success, Jason Taylor's the defensive line coach. He's putting them through paces, like it was Ernie Stautner and Randy White he was coaching. Like that approach still works. With today's kids, I don't want to hear anything else about it. Like it works.
Yeah, it does. It really does. It's a great game last night. I really felt for Ole Miss. Lost their coach. What a story. Trinidad, we know his story. He's such a terrific player. I thought he brought it all the way back too. It's a shame.
Yeah, no. Look, it's a shame there had to be a loser. I thought Kirk Herbstreit and the guys did a great job of kind of just carrying the broadcast there. But that fourth quarter was what we all want in any game.
Great football.
A playoff game this weekend, or tonight, Indiana's game. Like we just want to see the game go in Indiana. We just want to see a game in the fourth quarter where you just can feel. You can feel this anxiety. You can feel the emotions, and that's what we all watched last night. We hope we get to see it tonight. We hope to get to see it, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday during Wild Card Weekend.
Well, here's what I do want to hope for Sunday. I want to hope that Sunday, the 4:30 game, that the Eagles are up double digits in the fourth quarter, and it's a party at the link, looking ahead to the next round. What do you think, Baldy? You've analyzed this game all week long. Where are you at with it?
Well, I mean, if you're an Eagle fan, if you're just a football fan, I mean, the stat that you should be monitoring throughout the game is this. If Christian McCaffrey touches the ball, receiving, running, whatever, he touches the ball. If he's this year, when he touches it 25 times or more, the 49ers are 8-0.
Wow.
So what it says is 8-0 when he touches it 25 times or more. And if he gets, and it goes all the way up to 33 touches in a game this year. And what it says is that the 49ers are on the field. They're sustaining offense. They're in a position where they can run it, continue to run it, whether they're behind by a small margin or in the lead. That's the stat. That's the stat to me that we all should be paying attention to. Last week, in a blowout loss to Seattle, well, not a blowout loss, 13-3, but in a game where their offense could not score, he touched it 14 times in that game. And, you could go through the losses this year. Seattle, week 1. If he's not getting that ball 25 to 30 times, the 49ers generally aren't winning. And that's Kyle Shanahan. That's the offense goes through Christian McCaffrey. He is a workhorse. He led the league with 413 touches this year in the 17 games. He was healthy every game. But 413 touches, that's something that only very few guys can do in this league.
So what about flip side Eagles offense? What do you expect? It's like, to me, we know that the state of the Niners defense, we talked about it all week long, but to me, it's about Jalen, right? Jalen in using his legs, Jalen making some big plays down the field, which should be there. And I think, he has a knack for showing up in these playoff games and big games.
Well, look, I mean, a couple things. One, Lane's going. So Lane's going to be out there at right tackle.
everybody that rested last week, whether it was Malata, whether it was Landon Dickerson, Jorgens, they all feel.
You know what? We got a bad cell, Baldy.
Hang up and come right back on.
Yeah. They hang up, come right back on. We'll get Baldy back. We got to clean up that cell a little bit. But the McCaffrey thing,
25 touches, a lot of touches.
Yeah, well, it means, you know what it means though. Like all stats read and tell a story. What it means is they're controlling the clock.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't think they're gonna have long sustained drives against Vic.
Not against Vic. Not against this Eagles defense.
No.
This Eagles defense, and similar what you saw what Seattle do to them last Saturday night, they flow to the football. The Eagles with Cooper, Bourne, Nakobe, they flow to the football so well. Blankenship, right? Mm-hmm. Those guys flow to the ball.
Yeah, I think if they can control their aggressiveness, don't be overly zealous.
Right, like
I think that's
happened in the Bear game.
Yeah, I think that'll be important. I watched a little bit of Kurt Warner breaking it down, and sometimes, like he was saying, how to attack the Eagles. Sometimes, like Reed will be a little over aggressive, and it'll throw like some back end ability for McCaffrey to leak out. That'll be a big thing to watch, I think. So as long as they're like contained aggressive, disciplined aggressive, I think they're good.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's their biggest strength, which is, again, I just love how they just attack in space. Like they shrink space. So like the minute, like you always see, you go, wow, the guy looks open and all of a sudden there's the swarm that comes.
Swarm, and they hit hard. They're loud hits, and they tackle well.
We talked this week about Sirianni, and we talked about CEO coach. Let me give him some love, because he's the one that wanted them to tackle. Mm-hmm. And I think that
I think that's important.
They turned them around the last 2 years.
I agree with that.
I hear the little bell, so we got him. All right, let's get. There he is. All right, buddy. You were saying about the Eagles' offense.
Good looking picture.
Yeah, well, they're going to get, Lane Johnson's coming back, and he feels pretty good. He doesn't know how it's going to feel in the third quarter, fourth quarter, but it feels pretty good. That's a good sign. These are all feel a ton better. I mean, they were just going into last week's game. I mean, the whole group of offensive linemen, because this is a group that started 21 games last year. Not 17, 18, 19, 21 going into February. And so,
it's not working. Baldy, do me a favor. Let's just go audio, because the video's not working. Let's just go audio. Call Baldy on the phone this way, and we can just get him on the phone, and this way the audio will work. Yeah. The video's having a tough time in the stadium, so I think he'll work just audio.
What's going on down there in Florida? It's a nice, bright blue skies, clear.
It looked
What's
great.
going on with the service?
I tell you, it looked fantastic. Like the look of it with the sunglasses.
He looks amazing. We should just put a still
of
that up. Put a still of that on with his voice.
I could go for some warmth.
I do. I don't like the Hula Bowl should be in Hawaii. I mean, you're gonna call it the Hula Bowl.
Yeah, you can't be in Daytona.
No,
call it the Hula Bowl.
No, that's like the Spring Break Bowl, Daytona.
So what happened was, I guess there was damage to the stadium.
Oh, from that the flooding and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And that's why they moved it. But I don't know
once
if
they
move
it. They're like,
I don't know if they're going to move. Right.
It's so expensive to go out there and stay there. They're like, oh, this works fine.
You're right. We'll just call it Hula Bowl.
Made as much money here.
But I don't know if you could do. I agree with you though. You can't call it
hula. It's like,
you guys call it the Sunshine Bowl or something.
Something like that. Yeah,
something different. That doesn't have that connotation.
Let's get some good cell service down there. Come on, come on, Florida.
We can't just do audio.
He has to use the same link.
Oh, really?
He'll have to call with the link, because I can't call him on my phone.
Well, maybe it's less bandwidth
because you won't have
audio.
Let's give it a shot. All right.
Call him on my phone and put him up to the microphone. You won't hear him though.
No. Let's give a shot with the link without you. Tell him he doesn't have to put the video up. All right? Because maybe without the video, that'll be enough just to do the audio.
I just asked him.
All right? So this way, maybe that'll work. Because I know he likes the Eagles. He was on our my buddy's station in San Francisco, and he was like, listen, the Eagles are the Eagles. Right?
Oh, yeah? All right, good.
So,
he doesn't placate when he's out there? All right.
You asked that question the other day.
I was curious.
What would Baldy say?
Yeah.
No, he told it the way it is.
I hope he hops on. I just want to hear Baldy say, "Can you hear me now, dog?"
Yeah.
Like those old commercials.
Yeah.
Yo, can you hear me now, dog?
Yeah. So tell him to just not do the video, right?
Yeah. He's here. Let's see if we can get him.
All right. So without the audio.
Baldy, can you hear us?
Baldy.
Baldy, can you hear us?
Doesn't work without the video.
Here you go.
You have to call me.
No, you're good. You're on.
Yeah,
You're
we
on.
got you. We got you.
We got you.
Okay, all right. Here we go. All right.
And you sound great.
Good. Okay. I didn't know.
You sound great.
So what I was saying was, the rest, there was a big controversy last week, rest or play. I mean, these guys were miserable, cuz. I mean, they just they were all just grumpy and beat down from, 21 games last year. I mean, Juergens, Malata, Dickerson. Dickerson's been beat up all year. Like, they feel a lot better right now. But, to answer your question, like, this is a team, San Francisco, that's got 20 sacks this year. Like, should Jalen Hurts be able to take control of this thing? He should. Like, they should be able, they're much better offense than San Francisco is the defense. And Robert Saleh's got these kids playing really, really hard. But, I mean, their backup middle linebacker, Taylor Bethune, got hurt last week. I don't know if they're going to play Eric Kendricks. They're going to play Curtis linebacker. I mean, they should get these guys out of there. They should open up holes. And it's going to be difficult to defend the receivers as it is and try to stop Jalen from taking off and running. So, I think the offense should have control of the ball and, get some splash plays. I would be surprised if Saquon and Tank Bigsby don't have good days running.
Yeah, I see it the same way, man. I see it the same way. I think, what gives this Eagles offense trouble, like any quarterback, but pressure. And he's going to have time, man. He's going to have time to do things. So I'm with you. I know you were out in San Francisco, and you told them the truth. You were like, listen, this Eagles team is going to be a problem for you.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a bad matchup for San Francisco. Just because, the Eagles defense, I think, is as good as or if not, look, they're not going to play Seattle this week. That's the defense that everybody's got to contend with in the way that they approach defense. But, I think Philadelphia's defense is better than Chicago's, better than Green Bay's. It's better than the Rams. It's better than Carolina's. So, I just thought for San Francisco, who has to control the ball. Kyle's got to do some, he's got to do some creative things. He's got to steal a possession cuts. He's got to shorten the game. He's got to make, an 8-possession game. He's got to do certain things this week in order to give this team a chance. And then they got to be super productive on offense, where they can take 10 plays, 12 plays, control the clock, feed McCaffrey, basically keep the Eagles offense off the field, and not turn the ball over at all. And that remains to be seen if that's going to happen, because last year the Eagles, were the second best team ever in the postseason to take the ball away with 13 takeaways. And I'm sure a healthy, Jalen Phillips and, Jalen Carter and some of these guys, I'm sure they're looking to punch the ball out every chance they get right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think this is a game where you got to be afraid and top and make sure you don't turn the ball over and all. I think you got to be aggressive. No. I think you got to take this game.
I think you got to attack.
Yeah,
you got to attack him. If this thing becomes a McCaffrey game, a field goal game, because they got a good field goal kicker in Pinero,
yeah.
The weather's going to be good. I don't think that's the way to approach it. I think these corners are very suspect. The safeties are very suspect. And look, every secondary is suspect if you're not getting much pass rush and you're not heating the quarterback up. And, all of a sudden he's getting obstructed throws and he's getting hit as he throws. And, every secondary benefits by that. And that's not who this front is in San Francisco right now. I was actually, at the trade deadline, I was shocked John Lynch didn't go after Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
They needed a pass rusher in the worst way.
Yeah. That's a great point. Hey, what do you see in Green Bay, Chicago Saturday night? Because if the Eagles win, obviously that game impacts us big time. Chicago wins, the Eagles go to Chicago and play the Bears. If Green Bay wins, the Rams come here.
Well, these two teams have played, mirror type games. One game got ended in an interception in the end zone at the very end. Caleb throwing it to Cole Kmet, and Keyshawn Nixon jumped in front of it. He was a little late with the throw, intercepted it to finish the game 28-21. The other game went into overtime. We know that the Packers had a 16-6 lead with 5 minutes to go. And, the Bears made one good play after another, including an onside kick, to win that game in overtime. These are very evenly matched. The difference in the two games really is just the receivers and the big plays out of the passing game. Christian Watson had a number of big plays in the first win. So did Romeo Doubs. And then in the second game, Luther Burden had a big game. And some of the DJ Moore won the game, with the 46-yard strike in overtime to win it. To me, and Jordan Love is going to be back there this week. To me, it's going to be which quarterback can produce big plays out of the passing game, because that's where the points are going to come from. And I think both teams will run the ball pretty well. Chicago does it with two backs. Green Bay does it with, kind of a stud back that they have. And so they're going to be able to run it. Play action passes will come off of it. Who's going to get the big passing plays? Is it Colston Loveland? Is it, Luther Burden? Is it Ja'Day Walker? Is it DJ Moore? Like, which receivers step up for Chicago? And likewise in Green Bay, they've got 3 or 4 different guys that Jordan Love can go to right now, minus the loss of Tucker Kraft and a couple other tight ends that they lost.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the biggest thing is no Micah, right? Because that's going to allow Ben Johnson and Caleb to breathe without Micah.
Well, it's a big loss, cuz. I mean, Micah is a problem. He's been a problem in this league since the day he got here. If the quarterback starts to move and gets flushed, like nobody chases quarterbacks like Micah Parsons. I'm here in Daytona Beach. I mean, I feel like watching Micah is like watching the Daytona Speedway, and just watching cars come down the stretch. Like, he just sucks them all up. So, yeah, I mean, and really Jeff Heffley, the defensive coordinator, like, he got really creative with Micah and there's a lot of the things that he was doing. And so, they don't have that luxury anymore. And so you're going to get an extra tick, because he's not out there.
Who wins?
I like the Bears. I like the Bears. I like the fact that they led the league in takeaways. I like their secondary, in how they play Kevin Byard and, Chauncey Johnson and, just John. I like their secondary, and I think that they'll end up being a big part of the Bears' success. But I like Ben Johnson. I like the way he's got this team playing. There's talk still in Green Bay that Matt LaFleur, if he doesn't win this game, could be gone. Like, they're still talking like that. And so I like the Bears at home in this game, on a big stage on Saturday night. Soldier Field's a special place. I kind of like what the Bears have been doing all year.
I like it.
Hey, Baldy, I just saw a post from Dr. Chow. He was talking about Trent Williams' injury, and he said he would expect Trent, if he plays, to struggle with his pass set with his last hamstring injury. Does that sound right to you?
He was on the practice field yesterday, and he was moving. I saw him doing some things. I don't know how bad his hamstring tear is. I haven't seen a tackle move that fast. When he hurt the hamstring, the interception turn for a touchdown 2 weeks ago, I haven't seen a tackle move that fast in a long, long time. I was surprised he could still hit that kind of speed in chasing that the interception down. But Yeah, I mean, there's going to be certain things, certain movements that are definitely going to bother him, and he's going to feel it. And it's just a question of, can he have the explosive movements he's used to having? Because most of those explosive movements he has and has had for 15 years or more is you don't think about it until you have a hamstring that, it's going to pull on you and it's going to feel it. So he's going to have it wrapped. He's going to have it taped. All that kind of stuff will help to a degree. But it's the explosive moves, and some of it can be in pass sets for sure, where you're like, okay, your guy's trying to come inside on you. Let's just say it's Nolan Smith out there or Jalix Hunt, and they, they get you and they want to come inside on you. All of a sudden, you got to push off that leg, to be able to flatten them. We'll see just how good he is in that department.
Sounds good, my brother. Listen, thank you as always. You're the greatest. Tell Gruden hello and enjoy the Hula Bowl. We'll see you next week, baby.
Hey, it's a football Friday, football weekend, cuz. Enjoy all of it. I know you will. I'm going to do the same thing, and let's reconvene next week and figure out what the hell just happened.
Let's go, Baldy. The greatest. Love it. All right, let's do this. Let's take care of some business. We got Bo. And then we go to one of our schools, Teacher Joe.
I love when we do this.
All right?
Yeah.
It's a rite of passage.
Love it.
Teacher Joe Martino has his class
All right.
ready to go. So, but first, we got to talk to Bo, and we got to take care of some business. So let's do that and talk about some of our friends, like the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app, where there's always another way to win, even if your team doesn't win, all right? There's always places to go on the app. Live bet while you watch this incredible weekend sports. It makes watching the game that much more fun. Live betting is better on the BetParks app. Get some skin in the game. Again, Eagles 5.5. What's the total? Is it
44.5.
44.5. Do you have their team total? Because I like the Eagles team total over.
You don't even know what it is, but you like it?
Yeah, because I'm guessing it's somewhere around 22.5. That would be my guess. That it's 22.5, somewhere around there.
Team props.
So, I think they're going to get to 24.
I don't have team totals.
All right, I think they're going to get to 24. Anyway, you got all the games going on. All right, wild card weekend. You got Oregon, Indiana tonight. Have some fun with it. New casino users get up to $1,000 casino bonus back, plus an additional $50 bonus on the hot slot game, Triple Cash Eruption. Going to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Maryland, Michigan. BetParks.com is terms and conditions. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, now let's talk about Rothman. Yes, our good friends at Rothman Orthopedics. We're lucky that we have the great team of Rothman doctors here. We talk about it all the time. So whether you got a sore knee, stiff shoulder, nagging back pain, Rothman Orthopedics is here to get you back to the life you love. Their team of specialists treats all kinds of orthopedic issues. They have a team for every body part, from everyday strains to long-term joint pain, with care that's efficient, effective, and close to home, man. Don't let pain keep you sidelined. Schedule an appointment today at rothmanortho.com/PHLY. Could be a new injury, something that's bothering you for a while. Expert orthopedic care is just around the corner. Rothman Orthopedics, your mobility, our mission. All right. Now, let's do this. Let us go to our man who covers the Eagles, the All PHLY Bird Show. We're going to do that or the school first? Bo, that's what I thought. Let's go to Bo Wulf, All PHLY. Quick check-in with our man. Good morning, Bo.
Our man on the ground, he's solid and sound. He's on the hunt for Eagles news. Handsome and astounds, clever and profound. We're talking Eagles with Bo Wulf.
All right, on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. Good morning, Bo.
Good morning, guys. I feel better keeping the kids waiting.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be quick. I just wanted a quick check-in with you to kind of get all the news. So Lane's practice, what are you hearing about the O-line? I know that Landon and we have our Rothman doctors talking about Landon and Cam. They're back. Maybe the rest was the recipe.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest variable in the game for the Eagles, is how good does the offensive line look? Presuming that Lane is able to make it through the week and feel okay enough about the foot to play through it. He's not going to be 100%. We know that. If he's out there, he's going to be hampered, but he's a warrior. And I think even if he is only just a little bit better than Fred Johnson, having Lane out there probably means a lot to the guys on the offensive line. If you combine that with Landon and Juergens and even Mailata just looking healthier and looking fresher and able to really be bullies on the line of scrimmage, which we haven't really been able to see them do for most of the season, I think that changes the ceiling of the offense significantly. And I think that is your path to, the Eagles hitting the over in this game, Cuz.
So it is interesting. Some people disagree with the approach. Now, we know how depleted the Niners defense is. I want to make this a Jalen game, not a Saquon game. Now, I'm not saying you don't run Saquon, but I want to put the game in Jalen's hands. I want him to run with it, and I think he can make plays down the field with a team that has no pass rush. And you give Jalen a comfortable pocket, I think he'll hurt you.
I think so too, and I really do. Maybe I'm being foolish, but I do believe that this is the week that we will see them lean into Jalen as a runner a little bit more, and we'll see more of those design runs. It does feel like they have been saving that for the playoffs. This is the healthiest that he has ever looked. And the Professor Dennis had a really good stat for us yesterday. This Niners defense, they have faced like 9 design quarterback runs all season long. They haven't faced a running quarterback. And they've got these terrible linebackers out there. And we also know that if Jalen runs just enough, that does open things up for Saquon. And if you can get Saquon to the second level, I think he does still have the juice. So I'm with you. And with what Baldy said, I don't think the Eagles should be, managing this game scared. I think they should be aggressive on offense, trust Jalen to make the right decisions, but also lean into him as a runner. What have we been waiting for? It has been for this.
Yeah, that's it. And this is also a defense that leaks yards to the tight ends. So I could see Goddard having a big day.
Yeah, and they're terrible against number 2 wide receivers. It's like you could sort of make a case for however you want to take it, this matchup for the Eagles. So I'm curious to see what kind of game plan they come out with. And there are no excuses for them to not have a good game on offense in this game.
I mean, they got a guy. The Niners have a guy at middle linebacker who's had 46 snaps. He's calling the plays. If they don't do tempo and put a little pressure on that guy, then they're never going to go tempo.
Yeah, I mean, they have been very good at it, except at the end of the first half. But yeah, you know that is my bugaboo. That has bothered me all season long. But yeah, and a little bit more empty too. The Niners defense has been really bad against empty. It's like I said, they've been bad in every way. And so just go out and score 28 points, please.
Yeah, man.
They got to.
That
feels like it.
Like this isn't a game, and I know we just said it, but I have to repeat it. This isn't a game where you're looking for the turnover, to win the turnover battle and not turn it over.
Right, drag him into the mud with you. No. This is
that's
go
us
out
talking.
and take it. Kick down the door.
That's us talking. When you look at Purdy, he has a tendency to turn the ball over. I can see them being like, let's just wait for Purdy to turn the ball over and make mistakes and pounce on it.
Yeah.
No, that would be a mistake, because what you do in that way is you invite the Niners to stay in the game.
I know.
And you don't want that. Like, I don't want this to be a one-score game in the fourth quarter.
I agree with you. I think what is fun about this now is the whole season has been leading up to this, right? And the entire narrative of the season changes depending on what we see them do. If they come out and they're aggressive on offense and they put up 30 points or whatever, we will not care that they were scoring 13 points against bad defenses earlier this season. If it was all in service of getting them to be healthy and have Jalen at 100%, it will be fine. Go out and get it.
Exactly. And to your point, I could see Jalen, running for, 40, 50 yards. And the next thing you know, second half, it's the fourth quarter. There's 10 minutes to go in the game, and Saquon breaks one, takes it to the house.
Yeah, I bet you, assuming they don't go 3 and out on the opening possession, which they have done a lot this season, I bet we're going to see that empty shotgun, Jalen Hurts quarterback draw on the first drive of the game, just to let the Niners defense know that this is a game in which they have to worry about Jalen as a runner.
I'll take that bet for $1. Let's do it.
All right, you're on.
No,
I'm making a beer.
Bo's right.
No, I know Bo's right, and that's what they should do, but I'm a little suspect that that's what they will do.
No, I think they'll. I mean, listen, that's an obvious.
Dude, how many times have we heard about the obvious not happening?
Yeah, but I mean, this is beyond obvious. All right. I mean, Bo's right. Like, that is.
Yeah, 3rd and 2, 4th and 2, and Tank getting 7 yards of carry is pretty obvious, too.
It's not a direct script.
Yeah.
But on my play sheet that I know I'm going to call on the first drive, there's an asterisk where it says Jalen effing runs. Right? Jalen effing runs. That's my second play.
2nd and 7.
Not my first play.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
All right?
Yeah.
Bo's right.
I hope he's right. I hope I lose that $1.
All right. Any other news that we need to know about?
Everybody else is good. Nakobe says that he is definitely going to play. Everybody else is ready to go. This team has 21 of 22 Week 1 starters ready to play in this game. Everything that they have done to handle the health has worked out very well.
All right. I know you'll be on later today, but with us, are you feeling strong? Are you feeling double digit? Or like, what are you feeling?
Double digits is tough, but I feel better about this matchup the longer the week has gone on. The more that we have looked into it, I do feel pretty good for the Eagles.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same. A little nervous going in, but I feel solid now.
Yeah, I do. I feel very good. I feel very good. Bo, we'll be looking forward to watching. What do you got planned for today?
This is actually Jamie and Rich today, and EJ and I will be at the facility coming into the show for whatever news happens.
Nice. I love it. I love both you guys being at the facility.
This is what it's all about.
That's it, baby. It's playoff time. Love it. My brother, you're the greatest. We love you. Thanks, Bo.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy the
Bo
show.
Wulf on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. That is the big takeaway. Brought to you by Wawa, our big takeaway. And then, we got you covered. So, Jamie and Rich, 2 o'clock with EJ and Bo coming live from the facility. So any news you need. That's the one thing about PHLY. That's what we strive to do. Like, this is your primer, your daily primer for Philadelphia sports. Something happens, you gotta get here. All right. Now, one of the things I love, and I've been doing this for 25 years. I love playoffs in all of our sports where we get everybody involved. The community. What is sports? We talk about sports over everything. Sports builds churches. Sports is about community. And what better place than school, right? So we got my man, dear friend of mine, Joe Martino. Teacher Joe is one of the greatest teachers ever. And we've been doing this for 20 years. I love it. Good morning, Teacher Joe.
Good morning. Hey, good morning, Ed. Good morning, EG. I see Mike there on deck. I had the pleasure meeting him at Gallows a couple times. Can you guys hear me okay?
We got you great, buddy.
Gallows.
We got you great, man.
Rest in peace, Galdos.
Hey. The most patient kids of all time are right here. The most patient kids, I swear.
Introduce the classroom to the audience, please.
Okay, guys, say hello,
everybody. What grade are we?
They are. We have 6th grade and a couple 5th graders in here that they've been dedicated the whole season. Wearing the green every week, so make sure that they're in here too.
I love it. I love it. No bigger fan than Teacher Joe. He's got his man cave. He's got the whole thing going. He's the greatest Eagle fan. We love you. So take it away. Give us, what are we doing? Fight song today or what?
We're gonna do our chant in a second. I wanted to real quick give my insight on what's going to happen.
Yeah, please do, Teacher Joe.
we're going to dictate the game. It's, Hurts hasn't run really all season. He's only ran like 27 times planned runs, and that's going to just totally open it up for Barkley. Once Barkley gets that touchdown, everything, will be a 2-score lead. Then he'll get that 8-yard pocket that he loves and needs. And, hopefully we're going to be having guys rest mid-fourth quarter, 30-13.
30-13.
Yeah.
Teacher Joe, I love it. Hey, you got to tell our mutual friend, Coach Kevin Kelly, he did not have a good feeling about the game when I saw him the other night.
We were a lot more critical of some things, but I don't think, the things that we were critical about are going to really show its ugly face this week.
No, I think as the week goes on, my guess is he got more optimistic.
Yeah, absolutely. You're finding out more stuff. Listen to the feeling going on in San Francisco right now. We're home. We're coming off a bye, and it's business as usual. It's not that we're going to take it for granted. It's comfortable confidence with all of it. Kevin, he's our Irish friend, but he's a little bit of an Italian warrior as well. Maybe it's come from us.
Teacher Joe, I love it. Take it away with the kids.
All right, here we go, guys.
Yeah. Give me again. I want it again. Andrew, put the full screen up.
Hold on, real quick with Gio. Last year, wild card weekend, Gio accidentally fouled doing the chant while we're on air with you. He made sure he's here again and did the same thing. Got to support the team. Here we go.
Stand on chairs.
Yay! Woo! We love you, Teacher Joe. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Be safe. God bless. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
There he is, Teacher Joe.
Got kids standing
in
on
his
chairs.
classroom, 5th and 6th graders. I love doing that stuff.
Joe Ruley teaching in his jersey.
Yeah, listen. And we will get more of the schools next week after the Eagles win as we amp it up during the playoffs. We get more and more schools involved.
Perfect.
Right?
Yes.
We love it.
The
Now, I
best.
can't wait for our next guest because he's going to give us everything, all the 411 we need from the NFL Network on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. Hometown man, or another hometown hero, Mike Garafolo. Here he is. Happy playoff weekend, brother.
That will never not be weird.
The best is,
I don't know what that one was. Gotta see that one again. Who's doing the singing there?
I got a team of artists there down in Philly. We go in the lab and we create.
all right, look, it's playoff time. It's playoff time. Let's go. It's time to get serious.
All right. Come on, game faces, playoff speed.
All right, let's go. First things first, San Francisco's injury report. Trent Williams back at practice. Pearsall has not practiced. What are you hearing about those two?
Yeah, it looks like Pearsall is going to be a no-go. Trent will play. I mean, I expected Trent to play the whole time. Just got to be careful. Just got to manage it the best you can, especially when you're down bad so many other places. I mean, they're battered, man. And then we'll get into all this, but they lose. I talked to Eric Kendricks yesterday, who's going to wind up. He's like their third linebacker because they lost.
They lost
Warner
Bethune.
and they lose Bethune, and it's like, how much can they possibly take? I mean, I don't see how they do it. I don't see how the Niners can win this game. I can't get there.
See, it's funny. I think the same thing. I look at it and I go, they're too banged up. Look, listen, and losing Pearsall is a big deal. And you saw how it impacted it last week against Seattle because he's their deep threat, and he's a guy that will create space down with a couple down the field shots.
He was awesome to start the season. I mean, he was all, and then he hurt the PCL. He hurt the which is the back of the knee, which I know people think like, oh, that's of all the ligaments, like that's a bad one, because if you don't have the stability back there, that can lead to a lot of other things. And we saw a lot of guys who missed more time with PCL injuries this year than maybe initially expected. So he was never the same when he came back. He was awesome to start the season. They were hitting him vertically on the outside. Changes a lot of things. I like the kid. I think he's a really good player, and I hope that he gets healthy and gets back next year and plays the way that he's capable of and the way that he was earlier this season. But yeah, to not have him, Jennings is good. Kittle was banged up. He's back, but it's just not the same offense. It's not the same punch, and you gotta do something to get the Eagles out of position. And without that vertical threat that you're talking about, it's gonna be hard to do.
Yeah, and again, that defense that you talked about is depleted. It's got no pass rush. And if there's anything, it gives all quarterbacks issues, but certainly with the Eagles offense, if you give Hurts time and he's not harried, he will kill you. I mean, because,
Nick Bosa's been gone. Michael Williams is down. I mean, these are two key parts of the pass rush. Like Bryce Huff is going to be an element of what you're doing, and that's great. But when you're relying on him to be the guy, that's not the way that you want to.
No, he's a complementary piece.
Correct. And he was in Philly. He wasn't, but when he was with the Jets, he's kind of like the Josh Sweat, where he's not your primary piece, and if he's part of a bigger pass rush, he's going to create some havoc. But they're so banged up. They were happy with at least the way that they played defensively against Seattle, especially coming off that game against Chicago where they couldn't stop anybody. They've got guys in the secondary that'll compete. They've got some young pieces, and they're going to be good as they go forward, and potentially if they stay healthy next year. Upton Stout, I love that kid. He is fantastic.
Yeah,
the rookie that they really leaned on heavily this year. I remember being there in training camp, talked to Saleh, and he said, we've got a lot of young guys that are going to need to come along. And he said, the good thing was, I remember this. He said 4 of their first 6 games were on the road, which is good for a defense because that's when it's quiet. And he said it's going to help with our communication. The problem was 1, 2, 3. They started to lose guys right away, and it was like they thrust these guys into starting roles where they wanted them to kind of morph their way into bigger pieces, and they just had to be baptism by fire, which was good for some of these guys because I think it's going to help them, but it just makes it right now so hard to compete in the playoffs. You got Kittle at the podium last week or the week before, I guess. Go Cardinals, because they didn't. We want to play the NFC South team. That's great. Like I appreciate it as a member of the media. That's a fun quote, and you're honest and all that stuff. But now when you don't get that, now everybody else in the locker room is thinking, well, we don't want to play these guys.
Right.
We don't have to go all the way East Coast. We could have had a week off. Like all these things that you thought you were going to have, the mentality changes completely. I think Kyle's done a great job this year. I just don't know how they get up for this one.
All right, Eagles. What are you hearing about the Eagles? Obviously, Lane looks like he's a go. The week off was really for the offensive line to kind of get healed up.
Yeah.
What are you hearing about, where the Eagles are right now?
Yeah, and I think as much as it sucks that you didn't win that game, they thought they could win that game with Tanner, right? They thought and all the backups, right? And they probably should have. Like watching that game, they probably should have won that game. And then it's the best of both worlds, and then you look like a genius.
Right.
Instead, it doesn't work out that way, and now you're getting crushed. And in the end, they're comfortable with what they did, and they feel like now seeing this team on the field this week in practice, it's like, okay, this was the right decision. So they win this game. They advance in the playoffs. The only time it's going to suck is if you got to play the Bears and you got to go to Chicago, right? Which also, if that falls that way, okay, and you wind up having a home game as the 3, you go, see, it was worth it to rest our guys. We wound up getting the home game anyway. Because if the Bears lose this week, which they very well could, all of a sudden now you're thrust into the second spot there in the NFC. So
although the gift of the home game gets a little bit tempered by the Rams. You would have to face the Rams.
Yeah, but if you lose, no, hold on. This is like I can't think of all the math here. But if you wind up being the second seed anyway, right?
Well, forget it. But forget even that. The fact that if the Packers beat the Bears, you get the Rams at home. I'll ask you this: would you rather play in Chicago, or would you rather play home against the Rams? Because I'd rather be in Chicago.
I understand what you're asking now. Okay, yeah. I get it. Would I rather play in Chicago or home against the Rams? He beat the Rams 3 times, right? And at home.
It took you to block 2 kicks to do that.
Wait a second. But you also got spanked by the Bears at home.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that again. That was a wrinkle in that Black Friday. Even you were shocked. We talked that Black Friday. You're like, the Eagles roll.
Okay, right. And then I go, oh, wait a minute. All right, well, hold on. Maybe that team's got a little bit more punch than I thought.
It was a wrinkle in the run game.
First of all,
I trust Vic.
I like the Bears this week. I think the Bears win this week. I really do. So I think you're going to Chicago. All right, you're getting the rematch anyway. That's my hunch on the whole thing. I'd rather have the home game, man. I'd rather have the home game. I understand you're playing the Rams, but the Rams lost in Atlanta.
That was a shell of that. First of all, come on. There's no Devontae. Devontae's coming back. Okay. That was one of those sleepy games. I don't mean that. I don't want to see Stafford. I'd rather put it this way. I'd much rather. It's not even close. I'd much rather play the Bears than the Rams. Not even close.
I think it's close. I may agree with you in the end. I got to think about it, but it's close. It's close. There's no doubt it's close.
You're going to deal
Especially with. They beat the Packers, and they're gaining confidence there, and they're playing at home again. It's going to be an atmosphere in Chicago on Saturday. Yeah, it's going to be great.
So, where are you at with the Eagles' offense? Now, obviously, we talk about the Niners' defense, and it should be a recipe for the Eagles' offense to perform well. But in general, the last time we saw this group, it was getting stoned in the second half and didn't get a first down. Like the epic 3 and outs that have plagued this offense has been worrisome.
I think they've played offense this year also knowing what they have on defense. I think they really have. I do. I'm not saying that, they would have scored 40 a game and instead they're scoring 13, right? I don't mean that. But I think situationally, it's like, okay, we see how the game's going. So, their offensive MVP might wind up being Vic Fangio. So that's kind of with this team. So I think they're going to have to win that way. I do. And I went back last year and looked at the playoff games. Saquon had 25 to 26 carries, except the Washington game, which he didn't finish, he would have had. So I need him over 20 carries every single game.
But that offensive line is a shell of itself, and you got Steen, who's more of a pass blocker. I think you got to lean into Jalen in the run game.
Listen, I know that's a big part of what you want anyway. Yeah, but that'll help your running game anyway. That'll help him.
It will, that's a prerequisite for Saquon. And honestly, right, I need him under center too and run some play action.
Let me rephrase. 20 carries for Saquon,
all right.
Not close to 25, with the extra 5 going to Jalen. Is that the formula for you?
Yes.
Okay. I think that'll
just let me handle the offense.
We need to get you a headset.
I so badly want it. Badly want it.
Like when you give the kid a controller and it's not plugged in and he thinks he's playing the PlayStation.
Listen, it'll be me and Dom. And he'll have one ear and I'll have the other ear.
Who's he talking to during the course of the
game? He's on the right channel.
I know. Is he talking or is he just listening?
He's listening. He's listening. He hears everything. That's legit, man. That's in the contract. All right? That's why he's on the field.
Does he have different layers of velour? Like, is there a winter one and a early fall one?
Yes.
I gotta
Yes. Yes.
So somebody hits me and goes, "Hey, my brother it was. Hey, Big Dom's walking with the Jacks on New Year's Day," and I go, "I ain't a shot in the hell at that." So I hit him and I go, "Dom." He goes, "No, right?" The next day, they had somebody dressed as Dom.
Yes.
In the thing. I told my brother, I said, "You come on."
Yes. Listen,
how did
you
that
can
get
go to South Philly, throw a rock, and find somebody that looks like Dom.
Yeah, with the big hat on. He had the big hat on.
Exactly.
I said, how did you get that one lost in translation? So I was.
Hey, let's talk before we get to the other games. I got to ask you about all the coaches stuff because it's fascinating what's happening.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, our boy Spags interviewed yesterday with Tennessee.
Yep.
You got a shot? Any other spots that you're going to talk to?
I'm still waiting on the Giants one to come through. I haven't seen that one, right? Which they've done coaching searches before and haven't interviewed him. I mean, they should have hired him 10 years ago. So
I know.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think Anarumo's got a strong shot in Tennessee. Nagy's got a strong shot in Tennessee. Yeah, well, there's a lot of spots to be filled. The Dolphins finally hired a general manager who was not Chad Alexander, who was seen as the hardball guy in Miami. It was Jack Sullivan
from Green Bay.
The Green Bay guy, which potentially changes some things there. We'll see. It's Jackson Dart. They were reading his lips last night, saying it's either going to be Harbaugh or Stefanski with the Giants, which I believe. So we'll see. We'll see what winds up happening with Harbaugh. It's not like Ben Johnson, where like 4 teams were held up by Ben Johnson. This is more seems like one or the other, Miami or the Giants. So yeah, we'll see.
I mean, if I'm the Giants, I go all in on Harbaugh. I don't think you could lose with Harbaugh or Stefanski. That's what kind of worries me about them because they're going to get a good coach.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. I do find a certain amount of irony in everybody clamoring for the coach of the Browns, right? And
Kevin's sharp though, man.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's like you're the Browns and you're letting this guy go. Like, do you have a moment of what did we just do? Like, why these better organizations are clamoring for the guy that we just let go? Is kind of the way that I'm looking at it. So yeah, I think Kevin was tied down with some of the decisions that were made upstairs over the last couple of years.
Oh yeah,
and that see him truly flourish. I mean, when he was first a head coaching candidate, man, he was thought extremely highly of. And a lot of teams kept that because they go, well, it's the Browns, right? And he was saddled with Deshaun Watson and some of these other situations. So yeah, I hope he lands in a good spot with a good organization.
I was texting with him yesterday, and you could feel the excitement he has. Like it's like, oh my God, it's like he got paroled.
Yeah, it's one way of looking at it. I think there are a couple of teams here with really good ownership that have Baltimore. Steve Bisciotti in Baltimore is phenomenal. I mean, he is an excellent owner, and that is a great organization. And somebody's going to get the chance to go work for them. Matter of fact, when they fired Harbaugh, everybody said, "Well, they must have a guy there." They didn't, and I don't mean that in a negative way. That's an organization that goes, "Okay, we're going to make a decision on this head coach." And maybe it's not the greatest pool of candidates out there, but we trust ourselves and we trust our process and we trust our building, we trust our people to go out there and find ourselves the best head coach. And they're going to. They're going to because they do a great job down there. They're awesome.
What was the thought behind letting Harbaugh go?
Quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, so Ian said, he lost the locker room, which has gotten some pushback. Ian wasn't completely wrong. I mean, he didn't lose the locker room because they go to Green Bay on a day where they think they're out of it anyway because Pittsburgh was going to beat Cleveland in their minds the next day. And Derrick Henry runs it 36 times and they play physical football and they play with their backup quarterback and they win that game and they stay alive. And they probably should win the next week if Tyler Lupe makes the field goal. So when you say lose the locker room, you think a team's lying down.
Right.
There were corners of that locker room, though, were perturbed with some of the things that he said and did publicly and privately. I mean, go back to week 1 last year. He takes a shot at Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton, your all-pro safety that you paid $100 million to about the lateral, and he called it one of the most foolish plays. Now, I think he was trying to make a joke,
Right.
And he said, I question whether he really got a degree from Notre Dame because that was one of the most foolish plays I've ever seen. And he misplayed it. But there were some of those things along the way. Plus, Lamar's got a back injury, and John comes to the podium and he says, well, it was a back bruise. Nothing showed up on the scans. And then Lamar doesn't play. So what does that imply? That he's soft. They didn't play through it, right? And so also when Lamar wasn't practicing every week, I don't know if anybody noticed this, when he wasn't practicing every week during the season, the injury kept changing. Ankle, hamstring, knee, back. It kept moving around his body. And I think that was an element of like, well, he doesn't want to practice on Wednesday, so just pick a body part and just say it's sore, right? And I think him not practicing perturbed Harbaugh. So
yes.
I don't one way it did that relationship was
done. It went bad. Yeah.
Which is why now, two things. One, if you're Lamar, careful what you wish for now, because that guy did a lot of bullets and covered up a lot of things for you, number one. And number two, now Baltimore's got to get that part right of it in this coaching search.
That's right. Anywhere else? What are you hearing anywhere else?
On the coaching front?
Yeah.
Atlanta probably going to go with a young offensive guy. Arizona again is going to be the team that, how much are they going to pay a guy? Are they going to have sort of the leftovers? Are they going to have the last man standing type of deal? Who else is open? Who did I miss? We talked about Tennessee, the candidates there. Miami will be interesting because I think that brings the Green Bay guys into play, whether it's Halfley or Anthony Campanelli, who's a Jersey guy. He's now the defensive coordinator with the Jaguars, was with Green Bay.
Yeah, he's good.
And does Harbaugh stay? Because Ross still he went after Jim. They'll still be in play for Harbaugh.
Jim were, tight from Michigan. Hey, what? Curious, what's going on in Washington? That's a mess.
Yeah, it is a mess. Yeah, I'm a mess. I don't want to go too much, but that there's a lot that's got to get right there. A lot that's got to get right. Yep.
What's going on between the front office and the coach?
I think they're okay. I mean, there was some, I think there was a feeling on Cliff's part that some of the stuff that he was doing was not true to what he wanted to be and what he wanted to do, and that there was a little bit of disagreement on that front. So they got to get it right. They got to get that coaching staff right because that's a potential opening we're talking about next year if they have another season like they did. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
Kingsbury, where does he go?
Cliff is so Cliff's interviewing with the Ravens. I don't think that he may be. First of all, I think that's a bad pairing. Him and Lamar, I think would be a bad pair. He's also talking to a few.
He should be in college. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same pattern there with him, right? It's he starts off hot, no matter where he's been. Starts off hot and then he kind of fades. So he's being paired with a couple of head coaching candidates. It's like, where did they wind up potentially? So Cliff's got a lot of, same thing with McDaniel too. I saw Ian reported yesterday that the Lions reached out. A lot of people are reaching out to McDaniel, and a lot of head coaches are saying, hey, I'm going into interviews and I'm mentioning you as a possible offensive coordinator. So there's that's a lot of musical chairs that we can't sort out quite yet.
If something happens here with an earlier exit than the Super Bowl, does McDaniel come here as an OC? Is that a possibility?
I mean, Nick is loyal to Kevin. So that's now we've seen where the owner has put head coaches in the crosshairs there before, saying we need an offensive coordinator, and the head coach saying no, and then what happens? We're talking about the Doug situation before. I think that only is a conversation truly if they get bounced this week.
Right.
If they make it to the divisional round, I think there's continuity there. That's what I believe.
All right, quickly, let's go through the games. Tomorrow, Rams easy, Carolina, right?
I don't think it's easy, but I think the Rams win.
All right. You like Chicago over Green Bay?
You like Chicago over Green Bay. I like the Bears in this spot.
Bills Jacksonville is a great game.
This is the hardest one of the weekend to call.
Yeah.
The hardest one.
Yeah.
And I believe whoever wins that game, I'll say it now. Whoever wins that game is your AFC Super Bowl team. I believe that. I do.
Okay.
And I think I feel better about that if it's Buffalo. But Jacksonville, some of Jacksonville's numbers and metrics are unbelievable. Now, they do have a lot of young guys on the coaching staff, right? A lot of inexperience there. So you start to get a little bit of but sometimes, and I say this, sometimes It's what you don't know that helps you in the postseason. And sometimes it's that youthful,
Right.
the youthful naivete. How do you pronounce that word?
Naivete.
Naivete.
Uh,
It's a good word.
What about Sunday night, New England Chargers?
I think
kinda
New England's just gonna
sneaky.
create too many problems. Like what they do defensively up front is going to be a problem for that offensive line. Now, your boy Herbert's been able to navigate it. I gave him one of my MVP votes because what he's been able to do, just moving for his life in that pocket, has been unbelievable. I just think they're going to create. I got to go New England there.
And then I got to tell you, the Texans are a horrible matchup for Pittsburgh. I love the Texans. I think the Texans can make a run to the Super Bowl.
It's the offensive side of the ball that worries me, though, a little bit, because they don't run the ball particularly well.
Yeah.
You got to do it this time of year, especially when you're going on the road.
Yeah.
That's the part that hits. And CJ's been good this year.
He's been very good.
He's been good.
Well, okay. Put it this way. For what everybody thinks of him, I think he stepped up.
I know.
Listen, Higgins has been good, really good for them over the last second half of the season. And Nico's Nico, man.
I get it. I do. But I just
Woody
can't
Marks.
get there. Woody Marks is questionable to return every single game.
I like the tech. I love that defense, man. I love that defense.
I just can't get to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And I'll also say this: there were a couple of moments last week, couple of magical Rodgers moments where I'm
it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. I enjoyed it, man. I loved it. It was great. Where you at this weekend?
The great city of Philadelphia. You'll see me down there on the sidelines.
Nice.
There you go.
Give me a little more enthusiasm.
My daughter just threw up. I just got a text that my daughter threw up.
All right, daddy boy.
I got back-to-back. I got TSN in Canada and then you every Friday. And now this is like the end of I just did everything and now I can go do my thing. And literally as we're signing off here, I just get a text from my wife that my daughter puked.
Yeah. Listen, daddy duty never ends.
It's all my fault because one of my fellow insiders was texting me about how they were dealing with all the coaching stuff and their kid was sick. And I go, my kid hasn't been, I said, as soon as I sent that.
You jinxed it, Charlie. You jinxed it. Let me know on your way down, all right, to the game on Sunday. We love you.
Well, we meet for coffee?
Yeah.
We'll see what time I leave. We'll see if my kid's healthy, if I can get out the door.
All right. Enjoy, Daddy. All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
give me some more enthusiasm. No, check back in 2 days.
You think. we love you. See you, brother. There he is, Mikey G on the Xfinity Mobile calling line.
What are we going to meet for a coffee?
I'm going to be at the great city of Philadelphia. It's the playoffs.
It's his hometown.
Coming home.
Wait,
Tucci's going to rip him.
You want to meet for coffee?
Rip him. We got Doc. How do you want to do this?
Do Doc and then we'll do a break.
All right. I love Doc. Dr. Schroeder is with us. And one of the great Rothman orthopedic surgeons. Now, he specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a broad array of muscular skeletal conditions, including degenerative joint disease, fractures, and all kinds of sports-related injuries. So we wanted to get to the rehab of Landon and Cam. So let's go to Dr. Schroeder. Doc, good to have you again, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So let's talk about Cam and let's talk about Landon. And listen, they've been beat up, right? Like when you're playing in that kind of a long season last year, they were never really right coming into it. What's the best way? Like last week was a week of rest. So take us through the rehab, and we know you're not treating them, but take us what the kind of the process is for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was a lot of controversy, whether or not to rest players last week or not, and that's always kind of an end of the year decision to make. I think they've been doing something right, particularly this year. Previous years, they tend to not deal with maybe as many injuries as other franchises, but I think anytime that they can get some extra rest at the end of the year, particularly given the demands of their position, their size. I mean, you're a bigger guy than I am, but I can't even really, fathom the forces that they're seeing on a day-to-day basis. Practice, kind of the wear and tear, the accumulation over the season is tremendous. So any sort of rest they can get at the end of the year is really beneficial.
So you got Cam with the knee, and you got Landon with the ankle, and an array of kind of lower body stuff. When you think about the use of rest with the knee or the ankles, is it more about strength, mobility, neuromuscular control? Like, what's the way?
Yeah, I mean, I think all of those play a role. I mean, certainly, time heals most things. I think they're never completely rehabbed any of these injuries just because of the demands of the season. So you're kind of limping along and trying to manage the best that you can on a week-to-week basis. So, all of those are playing a role. I've seen interviews with Jason Kelce where he talks about just like living on NSAIDs all season. I mean, these guys are taking anti-inflammatory medications all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever they can do to just kind of, get into the trenches and help the team.
What were you, Doc? Were you a tight end?
No, I played middle school football. I was a runner in college.
It's interesting. Like you think about playoff intensity, right? And how every snap matters, right? Like everything gets amplified. Knees, ankles, the vulnerability of that kind of movement, especially, football by itself, but then you add the playoff intensity to it. What does that do to the vulnerability of the knee and the ankle?
Yeah, I mean, I think both, it's just like we said, the wear and tear throughout the year, there's an accumulation of that. There's micro injuries, there's sub-threshold injuries that kind of just have an accumulative effect over the year. So, I mean, when the stakes are higher and, every snap matters, there's just more emphasis on each play. That's why you tend to see, more injuries at the end of the year, why load management is important. Obviously these guys, it's different than treating typical patients when they come in. We see patients, you want to typically make sure they're pain-free. There's no fluid in the joint. They have symmetric strength, good range of motion. But I mean, these guys are just kind of, if they can go, they go.
All right. So what are your plans for Sunday, Doc?
Hopefully I'll make it back home to watch the game. We're actually going up to Poconos this weekend, so I might get stuck up there trying to find a bar to watch the game, but definitely going to be somewhere to watch the game. Nice.
I like a little Pocono weekend. Keep that knee healthy, all right? No skiing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Doc, listen, enjoy it. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the football. It's incredible, great weekend of football. We got college game tonight, all the NFL playoffs all weekend long. So, yeah, take some time in the chalet and enjoy the games.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, have a good one. Thanks so much,
buddy. There he is, Dr. Schroeder, coming in from Rothman Orthopedics, our good doctors from Rothman.
I've always liked the chalet. Like, I don't know why. When I see a house that looks like a chalet, I'm always drawn to it.
Me too. Fire, snowing and outside.
A little like Swiss Miss coffee or something.
Yeah. I'm down. Yeah. I'm completely down. All right, we got to take care of some business. All right, and then we got Jason Avant coming on. We love Jason. And Danny D. I spy Danny D. My main man.
Danny D's here. We got a question from Dante we got to figure out. Me and Andrew gave him some advice about violation or not, but I wanted you to chime in after the break.
Total violation.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got let's take care of some business. Mm-hmm. Then we go to Jason, and we'll have the violation because Danny D will weigh in on that too.
All right.
Yeah, Danny D, the violation.
All right, perfect. All right, let's take care of some business. Talk about our friends.
All right. Let's talk about Ashley. This is a chance to transform your home for 2026 with great offers on the favorite looks at Ashley's New Year's sale. You can discover hot buys for every room in your home starting at just $299. And you can ring in the new year with new styles today for the entire house and pay over time with 60-month special financing on in-store purchases. Don't miss out. Shop the season's must-have looks at Ashley's New Year's sale, both in-store and online.
Starting off the new year, I'm going to optimize me because I'm going to start taking Mars Men. Why? Because I've been feeling sluggish, and the 40s isn't hitting the same way as my 30s did. And Mars Men gives you the same benefits of optimized testosterone, energy, strength, and focus without shutting down your body. No synthetics, no needles, no dependency. It's like hitting that reset button on the hormone factory instead of shutting it down. And the best part, there's a 90-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to you. Worst case, you don't love it, you get your money back. But 91% of users keep using it and keep those high energy levels. For a limited time, our listeners get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at mengotomars.com. It's the perfect way to kick off the new year strong. That's mengotomars.com for 50% off and 3 free gifts when you check out.
Daniel?
Hey, don't forget, this is your chance to transform your home for 2026 with great offers on your favorite looks at Ashley's New Year's sale. You can discover hot buys for every room in your home, and it's all starting at $299. You can ring in the new year with new styles today for your entire home and pay over time. Over 60 months special financing for in-store purchases. That's 5 years. Don't miss out. Shop the season's must-have looks at Ashley's New Year's sale in-store and online. Ashley's.
All right. Listen, let's take a quick TO, and we're going to come back. We're going to get Jason Avant. We got Danny D. We got all kinds of stuff. I know we got people who want to call in. It's a Football Friday. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. And I am pumped up because joining us right now on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line, nobody breaks it down. If you want true breakdown, you got to listen to Jason Avant, all right? I love it. I hate bugging him, but, playoffs, I need him. And here he is on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line, our buddy, the great Jason Avant. Good morning, my brother.
Doing good. Good seeing you, cuz.
Always good seeing you, baby. Always good. I got to hear what he has to say. So you're approaching a Niners defense that's completely depleted, that's got no pass rush. This offense there's no excuses, has to get on a roll this week.
Well, there's a lot of holes in their defense. Namely, there's a lot of times because they have like a wide 9 deployment at certain times. They started off the Seattle game with 3 straight snaps of it where they didn't cover the guard or the center with defensive tackles. So what that lets me know is if they have any inkling or do that again, we can have quarterback design, runs up the middle, dives up the middle, those types of things. But Seattle said, we're not going to even attack you there. We're going to attack a player that we know very well, which is Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff may be one of the most unsound and undisciplined football players. You can give this guy the same look over and over and over again, and he will not recognize it at all. You can run toss crack. They ran toss crack. They ran a toss maybe the first few plays of the game, ran it again, and then on a 3rd and 17, they ran it again to his side. Same look. Cooper Kupp blocks him one-on-one. The corners don't, not interested. Lenore not interested in making tackles. And you can just see the difference in that side of the ball when Fred Warner's not there. They're able to play that defense because Fred Warner is a war daddy. That's what I call those dudes that just are in war and they defeat, 12, 15 guys at a time. That's Fred Warner, where he can defeat blocks no matter what. They don't have him in there. They don't have his backup in there. They have Eric Kendricks, who's a good player, but just not the same Eric Kendricks that we've seen in Minnesota. So there's a lot of ways that we can run this ball against them. And I'm not even talking about the pass, just running the ball. We can run it at Bryce Huff every single time.
This is why you're the greatest, because all those nuances that you pick up on film it's just spectacular stuff. They also can't rush the passer, which should, and they leak yards to the tight end. The WR2 is a huge matchup, right? Like it's like you pick your poison. So how would you approach it?
Well, so there's definitely some lanes in the passing game. They're not rushing the passer at a high level, and that helps us out. But you still have to execute in the back end, and it comes down to coverage. They got guys, that we can beat. They got a young guy in Renardo Green who teams of attack number 0. They have a nickel slot. Upton Stout, right? So you have those 2 guys that teams have been able to attack. And then Lenore's no world beater. He's better than them. We've faced them multiple times, but he's no real matchup for AJ or Devontae. So there's places to go with the balls. And what that lets me know is that if we get into a game where there's individual routes and we become stagnant, we still should be able to win those one-on-one matchups, right? But I like what Seattle did in order to get a few explosive plays, because their defense is so depleted that when you call a coverage, they don't adjust well. So this past game, they had JSN in the backfield, and it was a regular 12 personnel, but they put JSN to the backfield and then put Kenneth Walker out. If we can deploy A.J. Brown or Devontae in that, they had him lined up against D. Winters, which is a linebacker. And they had Big Nickel on the field. The safety could have swapped positions with him, but they are so depleted that they don't know multiple positions and can't adjust. So if we can get some funky alignment, some creativity in the passing game, it should throw like monkey wrenches in their whole defensive plan. If you put Devontae at number 2 or 3, where the tight end would be, I think they'll freaking lose a gasket in their brain just because there's a bunch of dudes playing that shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, but we're asking for creativity from Patullo.
Well,
That's
hold
a
on,
little
wait.
worrisome.
I'm gonna give you this. Against the Commanders, the first game, we saw it more than anything. AJ was all over the field in that game. He was at 3. He moved in motion. He was in multiple positions in the game. So it can happen. It's just that this offense comes up with what they want for the week. And if that doesn't work, they have no counters. But if that adjustment that they make during the week works, they'll keep doing it. So that's what I've seen. The adjustment in the last few games, it differs. It may be, 13 personnel, them using Latu in the backfield, whatever it may be. They keep that one adjustment and they don't alter that. They feel like, I don't know if the players can get it, but they do one thing. If it works, we're great. If it don't work, we're screwed.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yes.
And that's been the problem with this. That's why you see the constant 3 and outs, and where the offense just dies,
especially
and goes
in the
stagnant.
second half drop-offs.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, like what we saw against Buffalo, Jace. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, that was a lot, and I give Buffalo a lot of credit in that. What Buffalo did was, and I'm bringing this game back up. What Buffalo was able to do was realize that okay, if AJ Brown or Devontae is lined up to the short side of the field, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my safety 2 yards outside of the hash to deter any like go ball, and then we're going to wherever AJ Brown is, if he's opposite of that, if it's Devontae, I'm going to rotate the other safety to his side, right, and give that appearance that that short throw is taken away. So Buffalo did a few things that was able to confuse Jalen. So if you remember that pass where Devontae, it kind of went through his hands and he threw him a go ball. You remember that pass?
Yep.
The safety was able to get in position right there because he was trying to deter that throw. He was already over there. Then he went to the middle of the field and just came back because they knew what Jalen would do. It was the thing that it was raining and all that stuff, but they kind of knew the tendencies of the Eagles. And that was it. Let's stack the box, double AJ Brown, and deter the other throw if we can.
So, other side of the ball, Jason, it looks like Trent will go, but no Pearsall. And I think Pearsall's big for them because stretches the field, gives them space. And so I think that's a big loss for him.
I love Pearsall. Like if you look at it, I love Pearsall's game because he has a natural wiggle. None of the other guys have it. He has a natural ability. And I almost, broke down a few of his routes this week. I chose not to because they were, inconsequential. They didn't mean anything. But just like on little routes, like he has a natural ability to make guys move out of their spot at the top. He knows how much energy a guy needs in order to go for a fake. He knows that. So not having him in the game is a layup for Quinyon. It's a layup for anybody on the outside just because you don't have to respect those guys' speed. And another thing, too, is that there's clear signs with this team. They play football in between the numbers. That's where they like to play football. They play it in between numbers, right? So when they go outside of the numbers, especially if it's Pearsall or Juwan Jennings, they're part of the play, meaning the ball can come to them. And usually that happens on second and long and third and more than 5. So there's clear indicators when those dudes line up out there, and that's why you're able to see Jalen Johnson get his hands on the ball on the first play of the game, and TJ Edwards score a pick 6, right? Score a touchdown. It's because Juwan Jennings on 1st and 10 lines up outside of the numbers. They normally don't do that unless it's 2nd and 8, 3rd. Oh, here it is. Something's up, and here we go. And so, like, there's clear tendency. So Quinyon, I don't even know if Quinyon will get a ball thrown at him this week. I don't know if because they play inside. It's going to be a Jahad Campbell, Cooper DeJean, Marcus Epps, Zach Bond, Reed Blankenship type of game in order to stop their passing. Because outside, they don't even have to throw the ball out there at all.
Yeah. Yeah, and, it's interesting, too, because when, you look at this Niner offense, you got to expect it's going to be a ton of McCaffrey to make up for losing Pearsall. Watching the way Seattle played them, Seattle flows to the football so well, and the Eagles have that ability too. Like they can close to the football and tackle.
Well, Seattle got a bunch of dudes in their second, and their defensive line is great. Yeah. But they got a bunch of dudes in that 2nd and 3rd level that love to play football. They love making tackles. Even Worry loves making tackles. Devin Witherspoon, I covered him when I was in Big Ten with Michigan. Love making tackles, wants to knock your head off. Like all of their players love flowing to the ball. And you put the opposite out there and look at the 49ers defense, those dudes are running away from tackles. Like their secondary runs away from tackles. And you got to say it, if it's not the 2 safeties, their 2 corners, they're disinterested. But when it comes to Seattle and their flow to the ball, that's what the Eagles have when it comes to, Epps being in there, Blankenship being in there. They were torpedoes in that Buffalo game. Cooper DeJean's going to be in on the play. Zach Bond, Nakobe Dean is a freaking dude, right? So we got dudes that rally to the ball. I think the biggest thing is going to be able to stop the run. And here's a way that we can stop the run. It's all upon Jalix Hunt, Nolan Smith, and Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
Those three guys, because what happens is that they trust Juszczyk so much. They trust Kittle so much. They trust Luke Farrell, the backup tight end, and Jake Tongue, the backup tight end, so much that they leave them one-on-one with defensive ends a lot. Sort of like a few years ago when Hassan Reddick knocked Brock Purdy out of the game one-on-one with the defensive end. In the run game and the pass game, you can expect at times for the tight end and or Juszczyk to be blocking you one-on-one. And if that occurs, we have to dominate that guy and make the tackle. There's multiple times where the play is flowing backside to that defensive end that guys don't make the tackle. The Bears got killed like that and was able to give up big yards to McCaffrey, but it was all upon those defensive ends because they're going to double team Jalen Carter. They're going to try to double team Jordan Davis, but those ends will have one-on-ones with lesser players, and we got to win those.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. You don't get this anywhere.
Nowhere. He's best in the business.
He's the greatest. Like,
I'm learning on the fly, cuz.
No, you're not learning anything. You're a PhD. All right? Yeah. I call you Dr. Avant. All right? What did the Bears do that day using that misdirection where they were able to have success against the Eagles in the run game? Because the only thing all season long, that was the only bad game by the defense.
Yeah, well, I won't say that. We had a few earlier. Well, it was a complete bad game.
Right.
Areas, certain portions. So what the Bears were able to do against us, one, they were effective on their double teams, right? So they didn't really get off the double teams. They would move the double team up and cause the linebackers to have defensive tackles in their lap. And that's when we realized that Jalen Carter was hurt because Darnell Wright was able to destroy him.
Right.
So they were able to double team effectively, and they didn't come off the double team. Most teams we come off the double team, the offensive line, way too early most of the times. They secure the double teams and were able to get up. The other thing is the backside defensive end and the backside force defender, whether that was will linebacker or was a safety coming down, they were able to manipulate that with a guy that they didn't need in the scheme. So it could be a receiver, line up DJ Moore in the backfield. When the ball is snapped, you motion him out of the back, or not motion him, but he'll run out of the backfield, and now he grabs the attention of the backside defensive end and or force defender, and now you don't have to block two guys on the backside, and now Monungai and Swift have a cutback lane up to the safety. They were able to do that, and so it was a bunch of motion, and there was a bunch of crossing in the backfield once the ball was snapped. So it caused the linebackers to be slow, and now by the time they react, a defensive tackle is in their face, and then the force defenders are out of position because of the eye candy. And guess what? The 49ers have those plays in their game plan.
I know they do. That's why I brought it up to you. Yeah.
Multiple times on film where they can use Kendrick Bourne, they can use Juwan Jennings, guys that love to make blocks. And that's one thing that the 49ers receivers do a really good job of.
They're great at it.
All of them block. All of them are
Bourne blocks. They all do. Yeah.
They're selfless when it comes to that. So you'll see a bunch of action behind the line of scrimmage once the ball is snapped, and also pre-snap, guys in motion. They're just trying to give the running back a half a second so the linebackers can't read it, and also to affect the backside defender.
So when you think about this game, right? Like you feel, just read between the lines, you feel great about it, right? You feel really good about it? Yeah.
I feel really good about the offense's ability to score some points.
Yeah.
The thing that I don't know about this game, and I feel like the Eagles will win this game, the thing that I don't know is how the Eagles will choose to play their 21 personnel. Because that's their base personnel. Their base personnel is Juszczyk in the game, Kittle in the game, the two receivers, and then McCaffrey. Historically, teams go base to that.
Right.
They'll go Jahai Campbell, Nakobe Dean, and Bond. What does that mean? Cooper DeJean's not on the field.
Yeah.
So I don't love that idea. I say you go nickel, but what that causes is that will Cooper be able to hold up against Juszczyk? Will Cooper be able to hold up against Kittle in one-on-one situations, right? So that's what you come in. Coop has to be a dominant force if we choose to play nickel to their 21 personnel. Now, Seattle was able to do it effectively, but they get more production a lot of times from their defensive line than we do. Just
Yeah.
frankly.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
So
their
that
ends.
right there worries me. And if that does, happen, can Campbell hold up against Kittle? Can Campbell hold up against
No, that's a
Juszczyk?
great
Can Campbell
point.
hold up
Hey, Jace, hang on one second. We are in overtime, OT in the city. Overtime. You're watching on any of the streaming services, Roku and Xfinity and all of them. Come to YouTube, all right? And like and subscribe, the whole thing. The great Jason Avant is with us. You're so right. Like the difference between Seattle and the Eagles is the ends, really.
Yeah. And so that worries me a little bit is their ability to pass on because they can, like I said earlier, they can play this football game without throwing it outside. And so you get lesser defenders covering good people. So it's incumbent upon our defensive line to get in his way, because when you keep Purdy in the pocket, you get a lot of batted balls. You get a lot of them. They come in bunches.
Yeah.
You get a lot of, but when he has throwing lanes and he can move a little bit, you get these guys on the road. And that's why they move the pocket so much with the certain actions that they have, is because it's easier for him to see. So they'll use a waggle protection where they'll fake out and move the pocket over a person so he can see. So we need to keep him in the pocket and see how our guys inside can hold up. We'll see. But I like our chances.
Hey, while we got you here, as Big Farts Jones in the chat, he has now called you Avant the Savant, which I really like.
I love that.
It's solid, right? Avant.
It's all Big Farts.
Yeah.
Great job.
So I want to ask the Savant, why we got the Savant here. We've heard a ton about the hitch routes here. Eagles have run more than any of all the route runners that have run hitches. We have 3 of the top 16. You, as a player, when you had to run the hitches, did you find them to be an effective route, and did you want and like running them?
Well, there's different there, and when I say hitch routes, I think that they mean like any stop concept, because there's a hitch, which is a 5-yard route, and then there's a lightning, which is an 8 to 10-yard route. Then you have like your short comebacks, your comebacks. So they go further and further down the field. But yes, we run a lot of stop concepts, and yes, that is a play that you need in your playbook. However, it's only effective as your alternatives. And the Eagles don't do a good job of doing the alternates, right? So you need a hitch and go, and stop. You need all of the alternates to the routes, the complement routes, in order for them to be good. And what it tells you is that Jalen likes a few concepts. The few concepts that Jalen loves is some type of stop on the backside, some type of slant on the backside, and some type of fade ball on the backside. Those routes we run more of than any other team in the NFL, and it's usually backside. And what that does is it's a cheat. It's a cheat, meaning that if I'm not seeing the inside of the field right properly, I can avoid that by just going out here. Therefore, I don't have to read the defense. But it's the most game plannable, quote unquote. You can look at that on the tape for defense and say, you know what, like Buffalo did, Christian Benford basically said, you know what, I'm taking away all slants. I'm not letting you run the slant on me. And if you beat me over the top, my safety will help A.J. Brown. Any hitch, any stop, anything, you can game plan for that. So therefore, you can't cheat it. And teams are figuring out ways to kind of prevent those throws. Detroit did a great job with the game on the line. Did a bunch of things with the game on the line because they knew it was coming. So yeah, we run it a bunch, but in order for those routes to be effective, we need more slant and goes. We need more slant and stops. We need more complement routes off of those.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in school with the greatest professor when he talks.
Avant the Savant.
He communicates it in a way that's so understandable.
I love Avant the Savant. Listen, brother, what would you prefer? Chicago in Chicago or the Rams here?
Rams here.
Ooh, whoa.
All right, tell us why.
Chicago should have had 40-something points on us.
So you don't think Vic would have an answer for it?
The way that their defensive line, their offensive line destroyed us, it wasn't a close ball game when it came to the way that they destroyed us. Like, and the smoke and mirrors and their ability to run the ball. And then they have a few guys like DJ Moore is a guy that can uncover.
Yeah, Burden. I like Luther Burden.
Burden is coming along.
Yeah.
Like they got guys that
I
they
think
can-
Rome's
Yeah,
back.
Yeah. So well, Rome Duze is more so a one-trick pony.
Yeah,
But
down the
the
field.
other guys are going to be a little bit more, versatile in their abilities, right? So and they have
You
that.
have two
So
tight ends, too.
I think their offensive line is just a bad matchup for our defensive line. And you have those games.
Right,
You have
right.
those games. And
Styles make fights, man.
And the other thing too, you got a defense that can turn it over. And guess who they can turn over in that game? You got Nashawn Wright, who's one of the league leaders in picks, who was able to get the ball out on us on a tush push, right? It's peanut punch. You got Byard that's leading the league in picks, right? You got Garner Johnson that kind of knows our weaknesses, right? And you got Jalen Johnson back, who's a beast out there who can match up with AJ. So when you look at that, like that matchup is not a great one for us.
Wow.
So I'll choose the Eagles in that situation over the Rams at home, but I won't choose them against the Bears.
Wow. All right, real quick, just to go through it, because it's the 5 days of football, which we all agree is better than the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. All right, we saw it last night with an amazing fourth quarter, Ole Miss and Miami. That was great. I'm so upset though, because I was rooting Trinidad. I love that kid, man.
Oh yeah. Their defense sucks though. They
I know.
They miss a bunch of tackles, dropping
third downs too. They couldn't get off the field.
Yeah, couldn't get off the field at all. And against some basic stuff, it wasn't complicated. They just had a few athletes to get the ball.
Because I don't think Beck's any good. And
well, that last drive, you know what? When you play that game,
I hate him.
And I don't love Beck.
Yeah,
I don't love Beck. But there's like, as when you play so much football, you're going to be used to those situations. Do I think he's going to be a great NFL player? No. But guys have been serviceable in college, and win a championship.
How do you see the night, man? Because this is a great game. Indiana and Oregon. You saw Indiana, man. They just wrecked Alabama.
You know what I don't like? Why is it like stagnant brackets? This game shouldn't happen right now. Like this shouldn't be it. The game should have been Indiana and Miami.
Yeah.
Last night, and then the other way around. You should have these stagnant brackets, and now you get like the two best teams basically left in the same division type of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyhow, Indiana is such a disciplined football team. We played them last year at Bloomington. When I say they don't make mistakes. They just don't make a bunch of mistakes. And so it's hard to root against that. Oregon is the more talented team, I think.
Yeah.
Like they have,
especially after receivers are healthy.
Yeah, they have talent upside. But here's the thing. Indiana is smart with the way that they do things. They got guys that have played a bunch of football. Guys that have been.
Yeah, their average age is 23 years old.
23 years old. They like dudes that are 4th, 5th year, 6th year seniors. They got a bunch of, and it's hard to beat that. And that's what and first of all, I love freaking Cignetti. I love that dude. Like I love to hear him talk.
I knew you would love Cignetti. Yeah.
Oh, I love Cignetti. Yeah. And one of his crowning things is I learned, and this is what he said. I learned that production is better than talent.
Yeah.
Or potential.
Yeah.
Not talent, but potential.
Yeah.
Like I want guys that have produced at a high rate. Like guys like freaking TJ Ward, guys like Zach Bond, that just wherever you put them, they're successful. And
football
before you
players.
put that guy becomes a starter, rather than the guy that's highly touted like a Jadeveon Clowney who goes up and down. And so that's what he does. He builds his roster that way, and they're disciplined, dude. They're disciplined. So I can't choose. I can't go against them. I think it'll go down to the fourth quarter, but with the game on the line, Oregon kids that are being paid to be in Oregon, and then Indiana kids that's coming there to be developed. I'm going to go with freaking.
I agree. And I love Dante Moore, but he's only 20. It's a tough spot for him. You know, you can't turn. He could turn it over.
A D-line.
They got him. They got him twice the last game.
Yeah.
The first time they played.
Yeah. All right. Real quick. So they're the Rams, Carolina. You don't see a game there, do you?
Well, you know what? Freaking Carolina beat them once, but Bryce Young made I watched the game. Made every freaking throw in that game. Can he do that again?
No.
I don't know about that, and I don't think Stafford's going to turn the ball over as much as he did the first time. So, I think that'll be a cinch for the Rams.
Green Bay, Chicago. You like the Bears, I presume?
I like. You know what? It all depends on how healthy Jordan Love is. I like Chicago. Here's the thing. I think the Bears' hardest matchup will be the first round in comparison to the second round.
Wow.
Just a division.
Right. They know each other well.
Afraid of them, know each other well. You got a young quarterback. It took a miracle to beat them the first time. Like, they have that brick brother thing in there where they've been beat up a bunch of times. That's a real thing. I remember going against Leon Hall. Leon Hall was a multi-time, Pro Bowler at one point.
Yeah.
And I went against him maybe in his 4th year, and I was working him out. And I'm like, dude, why do you play so poorly against me, but you play well versus freaking, the best receivers in the league? And I realized that it's a mental thing from me beating them so much in college.
How great is that?
Those types of things occur.
It's true. All right. Sunday first game, Bills Jaguars. I can't figure that one out. That's a great game.
You know what? I will be honest, because I haven't seen the Jaguars play enough to make a great assessment there. I'm looking forward to seeing that game to see what they're about. I'm not sure how they're winning games.
Yeah.
I see clips here and there, but I haven't sit down and broke down their team.
Right.
Because they haven't come across the teams that I've been covering. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. A lot of people are high on the Jaguars.
Yeah, I know.
We're high on them. So
their defense is pretty good. Their defense is decent. Like, it's pretty good.
It's solid. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the game so I can see what
and he's got Lawrence playing. Like, Lawrence is balling.
Yeah, I guess this is the hardest year ever to be coach for Coach of the Year. It got to be the hardest year ever, right? There's so many dudes. You got McDonald. You got him. You got Vrabel that's done a great job. You got Ben Johnson, who's won a division, and his former team is out of the playoffs. Like, this is such a hard year for
man. I mean, even Sean Payton. I mean, you know,
it's a lot.
Speaking of that, Chargers and Patriots. Speaking of Vrabel,
I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I don't like rooting for young quarterbacks, and trusting them in the playoff situations, right? I'm not a big fan of that, because I think that the game changes. But something tells me that this kid,
he's legit.
His ball placement has been unbelievable.
How about when he gets Ryan Williams down the field? He's hit him like 4 times down the field. The ball is just in a mouthful.
It's like a handoff.
Yes.
This is a deep handoff.
Yes.
And he doesn't miss those throws a bunch. Like, you sit there and watch him. I've seen 3 or 4 games of them this year, and I'm like, this dude has taken a step better than any other player in the league. Like, from his first year to now, it's unbelievable.
And the last one is the team that I think is sneaky and can make a run to the Super Bowl in the AFC. I think it's a horrible matchup for Pittsburgh is the Texans. I love the Texans defense. And I think CJ's playing, he's not getting any credit. I think he's playing well.
Well, you know what? He's learning, because when you have the backup have so much success, you start to realize that I'm pressing and I don't have to do as much as that I'm accustomed to doing, right? So he was so accustomed to winning ball games for them and putting the ball in harm's way, and now you play a little bit more conservative. You protect the football. You got a few dogs on the outside.
Yeah, Higgins is a player.
Yeah, Higgins is a player, Nico, all these guys can play, right? So, and then they're able to run the ball, and that's like a requirement of good defenses. You got to give us some time to. So, and then defensively, as good as it can get, Derek Stanley Jr. can guard anybody, and you got Will, and those two dudes can ball.
Yeah.
So if nobody wants to play Houston, I'll tell you that.
You are the greatest. Avant the savant. That's who you are, buddy.
Nah, I'm just grinding over here, cuz trying to become good at broadcasting like you, man.
Oh my God, you're great.
You've been doing it so long.
Yeah.
I need the personality. I got to get there.
No, you got it all day long, baby. All day long. You're the greatest. We love you. Thanks, brother. Enjoy it. All right, and we'll be bugging you.
Go Birds. Take it easy.
Go Birds. Jason Avant. Does it get better than that? Danny D?
I was just listening, just soaking it all in.
You were. You were like,
I'm telling you, it's like the professor.
He's great. I mean, he breaks it down and he simplifies it, and he's obviously knowledgeable. And I think like guys like him have such a good perspective because like he wasn't the most physically talented dude, but he had like a nice career. He found his niche. Like guys that like have to work at it.
Yeah.
But like he lived this on like being in the middle of the field and figuring out.
Using his mind.
Yeah. So like he wasn't like the 4'4" dude, right?
No.
But he had a great career. He wasn't the biggest to jump. He couldn't jump the highest, right? But like,
No, it's a great point.
Those guys, I think, have great interpretation because they had to like mentally think through it, opposed to having the physical gifts.
See, that's where Danny DDAD knows that. He knows that character trait.
Nah, I mean, he was unbelievable. That was great.
Yeah, I love talking football with him. I do.
He's the best.
I'm
trying to trademark
him. Is the greatest.
And Garafolo, man.
Man,
Snubbing Mikey G. Come on, man.
Come on.
I'm in Baldy though.
No, he lost me when he went, I'm coming to the great city of Philadelphia.
What, you want to meet for a couple?
No, his daughter threw up.
Oh, okay.
So he was like,
got it.
And he's like, I go, where you at Sunday? I'm going to your city in Philadelphia.
I think he would act like that
First of all,
without the throw up.
But why would you say your city? It's your city. You're from here.
Yeah. Have some have some pride here.
He's disowned.
You got to be like, I'm coming home.
What's he, a Hoboken guy?
Dude,
Hoboken,
he got that New York thing. Listen, I was up there, all right? Like, we followed the same path, except I didn't stay. I was stupid. I should have stayed and been a national guy and made a lot more money instead of coming home, right?
What's the line? What do you want to go to the minor leagues?
Yeah, but my editor said to me, when I told him I was leaving to come back home to work for the Inquirer, he goes, wait a second, you're leaving to go to Philadelphia? What are you going back to AAA?
Oh, wow.
You're going to go dominate AAA?
Oh,
Is that what you want to do? You're in New York. Son, you're in New York. You got a bright future, son. You're in New York.
Great. That's great.
You're going to go back to AAA.
Crazy.
I came back to AAA.
Been dominating, too.
What's that?
You dominating AAA.
No, hardly.
We got a couple ways that we can go here. We got a Philadelphia video that we got to get through.
Right.
We have a question that we have to figure out, violation or non.
Right. We got Danny D's.
We got Danny D, and we got a break that we got to get through.
Well, let's get to the break first.
To the break first.
All right, and then we'll get to Danny D because I don't know if Danny D got meetings.
Yeah, I got some little bit of time.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go. Our break. Let's talk about Togo. Okay. I want to do our favorite Togo. You don't want Jalen returning punts. You don't want to do that. It's like you don't want Baldy cooking you dinner. You want to hang with Baldy at a restaurant. All right? It's not worth the risk, the time, the money. You keep your stars focused on what they do best. The same goes for your business. Togo can help any business looking to streamline operations, become more efficient, and unlock more time for their best people. From customer service and accounting to order management, logistics, admin, data entry, and even complex multi-step operational processes. Togo takes it off your plate at a fraction of the cost. Every engagement starts with a free process mapping and engineering. Togo doesn't bill a dime until the real work begins. Programs as low to start as $1,000 a month, so you're not going to break the bank. Each Togo program includes a dedicated staff, custom automations, UA-based process engineers. I'm telling you, at Togo, you call the plays, we execute. Visit harnesstogo.com. Scale smarter, work faster, stay focused on winning.
All right. Let's talk about our good friends over at Elkin Chevrolet. Elkin Chevrolet is run by three brothers, real brothers, local guys. And right now, they're lining up deals that are hard to beat. They got a huge inventory of Chevy trucks. They got SUVs, everything people actually want to drive. Silverados, Silverado EVs, Colorados, Trailblazers, Equinox, Suburbans, Tahoes. They got it all. And the prices, well, they're going to move fast. If you've been thinking about it, now's the time. Whether it's getting to the game, getting to work, or just getting out of town for a bit, you'll drive off in the perfect ride at the perfect price. And here's the thing. This isn't just like a one-and-done kind of place. These are the guys you go back to because they treat you right. There's no runaround, no games, just real people, real deals. Elkin Chevrolet, it's real brothers, it's real deals, and it's a whole lot of honking good service going on. They're easy to get to, Route 73 South in Marlton, New Jersey, just over the bridge. And you know what we say, together, let's drive.
Let's drive. All right, let's do it. All right, Danny DDAD is here.
What's going on, boys? How we doing?
How we doing, buddy boy?
Good.
Going well, man. You know, don't forget, Making Varsity brought to us by Kia of Cherry Hill, a Folk auto dealership.
Yes, sir.
Charlie Folk.
Charlie Folk, baby.
What's by the way, Tony the ref was at Penn Charter yesterday.
He was.
Doing the girls game.
He was. So our girls took a L to Notre Dame, but they're probably the favorites to win the Interact. And they have Ben Davis's daughter.
Oh, wow. Listen, it's in the genes.
Riley Davis. I think she's like a top 5 lacrosse player in the country, committed to Penn State.
Wow.
Oh, man.
She's a junior. We have a girl, Mia DiBedetto, also going to Penn State with her to play lacrosse.
Nice.
But she could play Division I basketball if she
Is
really.
that Coach Bobby's daughter?
Yeah, Coach Bobby's daughter. Yeah,
wow.
Coach Bobby's daughter is a big time lacrosse
Oh,
player.
that's awesome.
Yeah. So Mia, but yeah, Riley is the real
Not
deal.
soccer, huh?
No, yeah, she's on the
Wow,
lacrosse
must
field.
wonder if that hurts him.
Yeah, I mean he's good with it. But she's a phenomenal basketball player as well. If she wanted to play basketball, I'm sure she could have got a Division I scholarship for basketball.
Wow.
So she's the real deal. So yeah, Tony the ref was there. Got him doing. He did one. I think he did a charge. You know, we had him doing a charge down there. I think he whipped it out yesterday. Yeah, I got to talk to him.
Imitate.
The mechanics were a little slow. I think he was a little delayed. You know, he gave us a big production when he did it. You know, and then he was kind of stuck a little bit. And then he gave it, but he was a little stuck.
The quick
with, yeah, he gave a nice little punch.
I love it.
Yeah, he gave a punch.
You do the.
No, I didn't go behind.
You didn't go behind?
Nah. We gotta talk about him about his mechanics, you know? See what's going on there. But yeah, Tony's the man. Great guy. But yeah, so league play starting for all, hoops.
You're such a hoop head.
I love it. So PCL started on the 2nd. So a lot of big games. There was a big showdown between Judge and Wood. Wood went in the Judge, the defending champs, and beat them.
Wow.
But this is how crazy the league is. Wood then turned around and lost to O'Hara.
Wow. Really?
Who I don't see cracking the top 10 in the league. So it was one of the
Damn,
biggest
O'Hara.
upsets.
Good for O'Hara.
Yeah, so big upset. So Roman's kind of holding court. Roman and Newman are the top 2. I think Wood and Judge are right there. And then Bonner is playing really well. So Bonner plays Judge this evening. So that should be a big test. Bonner doesn't have the size, but a lot of really scrappy guards. They shoot it really well. So Bonner's in that mix.
What's going on at the prep? You're not there, and they're not.
They're all right. They're young. And they got Aaron's boys that are sophomores. Those twins, Justin and Julian McKee. They're figuring it out.
Interesting.
The Chris Clark's a phenomenal coach. He's going to figure it out. He came in this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was on Fisher's staff at Temple.
Oh, right.
And then I hired him right before I left the prep. But he'll figure it out. They're young. They're young.
I hired him right before he. Look at that. Danny D's on his pulse, man.
Chris is great, and they're going to figure it out. They're just young team prep. So they'll take some lumps this year, but they'll be all right. So that's shot at top 5, and then Interact starts tonight.
Oh, really?
So we got Episcopal. Haverford's really good. Malvern's really good. Germantown, like the Interact and boys basketball this year is very deep.
Wow. How good? Were you guys?
We're in the mix. I think we're a top 3 team.
Yeah, I'm looking. You got Mac Gilhool?
Matt Gilhool, 6'10", sophomore.
You got the top recruit in Pennsylvania?
We got a bunch of
Who's his father? Who's his father?
They're like they grew up by like closer to Penn
Going
State.
to LSU?
No, he already there. So that's his older brother.
Right.
He's at LSU. We have the younger brother. We're young. We're starting 4 sophomores. We have Carter Smith. He's a top 50 kid in the country for his class. Daniel Gilhoy is Matt's younger brother. He's 6'10", sophomore. We got,
you got good size, dude.
6'10" sophomore.
Yeah.
A 6'10" sophomore.
So the Interact's deep, though.
And Charter.
Haverford's really good. Malvern's good. GA's good. SEH is good. So the league, I'm excited to see how the Interact boys play out. And then on the girls' side, Carroll is great. O'Hara and Carroll's heavyweight fight. I'm excited to see that. Yeah, on the girls' side, both really, really good teams. And then on the girls' side, in the Interact, I would say Notre Dame and GA probably the top 2.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're in league play. So this is when it gets fun.
Yeah.
All the non-league stuff's done. So, and then other sports are going on, like ice hockey. We don't have ice hockey, but ice hockey's going on right now.
How many teams have ice hockey?
I would say locally in the Catholic League, probably half of the schools have ice hockey. And then, and then track and field's big, indoor track and field. So that's a big thing going on.
Who's the hockey powerhouse?
Historically, I would say it's been passed around between Prep, LaSalle, and Malvern.
Right.
Holy Ghost is pretty good too, but they kind of bounce around between those 3. I would say that's the power. Every other year, someone else is winning.
In South Jersey, it's St. Augustine. They're good.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, St. Augustine Prep is known for hockey for sure, and lacrosse.
Yeah.
But, they're loaded. But, yeah, I'm excited. It's an exciting time of year. You know?
I'm not done with football, dude.
I'm not done with it. I'm excited.
You have your football banquet? When's your football banquet?
It already happened.
Oh, it already happened?
We end in November, so.
Yeah.
We had that.
You gotta let that.
No, I'm so excited for the Eagles. I think it's a great time.
Yeah, you need some free time to enjoy the.
No, you need to extend that football season.
No, he's just saying he likes the free time. Now you can focus on the Eagles now.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah, I mean, but look, if you don't make the state championship, your season's done in November.
I know.
The state championship, like if you don't make that state run, you're done in November.
Yeah, but you don't play the state champion.
No, but I'm saying like a majority of the schools.
Everybody else.
Everybody else. I mean,
right.
There's a small percentage that make it to the state playoffs.
Yeah.
So high school, yeah.
Yeah.
But building out, it's fun. We're building.
I can't wait for next season.
We gotta enjoy the journey here.
I know.
We gotta enjoy the journey.
He hates the journey.
I know.
What are the Phillies doing? Bo, is he coming? It's coming.
Yeah, they're meeting Monday.
Yo, we got a lot of pressure we got to put out on social media and stuff because Middleton, he looks at that. He gauges the temperature of the fans.
Yeah, well, he sees it. Everybody's
So
excited.
who do you move though? My good friend Billy Smith was texting me earlier.
Who do you move?
Bohm.
And JT, not going to re-sign JT.
Well, do you move Bohm over Stott? That's the question.
Yeah,
What do you think?
Bohm.
What do you think? Your interaction with Stakes the other day caused this chain reaction?
No, I'm saying Middleton had said before, like they gauge what people want out there. It weighs on them, man.
I think Middleton's that type of owner. I think he really cares
Especially
about.
when
the
you
fans.
jack ticket prices up 20% this year. Like you gotta.
I know. Well, they had me from.
Chicken.
You have the Phillies. You have to buy all the tickets. You have to buy all the games for the playoffs if you have tickets.
Yes.
So then you're stuck. Yeah. Like if they don't go well, which they didn't. So I had all these tickets that I didn't get to. So then you're locked in for next year.
Yeah.
All that money rolls over next year. So I only owed like a couple $100 for 4 tickets.
Right.
For the whole season.
Right.
Because they make you pay for the World Series every game you have. So I laid
Dude,
out.
I gotta say they could do a better job because it was like you had to renew. You had to get your playoffs, and then the renewals were like 2 weeks later. They really bang you up in September.
Yeah, they do. They come for you.
Wow.
And now you're not even guaranteed an all. You have to pick All-Star game or Home Run Derby.
Yeah, I know.
And me as a partial. Me and you as a full. You can get both.
No, I'm not full. I'm the same. I'm just a different plan.
Partial, I got to decide if I want to go to the Derby or the All-Star game.
Yeah, same.
Speaking of baseball news.
What would you do?
I think I'm going to do Derby.
I'm going game.
I don't know. At 96, I did both.
You did?
My dad was one of my. It was at the vet. My dad was a commissioner. I was front row. I was at both.
Yeah, I think we'll do both.
Cattell Marte is staying with the Diamondbacks.
He is?
Yeah, it just came through.
Wow. I like Marte.
Yeah.
I like
really
that.
good.
But
I know
it's
there
all
were
about Bo.
rumors.
It's all about Bo Bichette.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go get Bo.
I got breaking news too, of college sports only. Rudy is transferring to Miami to finally get a chance at a national title.
With NIL, I mean.
Well, we're going to talk about it tomorrow morning. Danny and I do Project NIL for Fox.
Yeah.
And we do it on Saturday mornings.
They keep giving us information. I thought we'd run out of stuff to talk about. We can't get through a week. We have so much left over.
It's only an hour.
There's 4,000 people in the portal.
They give us so much information.
What's our new one? The one that came out this week was another crazy story.
Well, Demon Williams
getting sued.
Well, now he's going back. He's back.
Yeah.
He's back at Washington.
Yeah.
So he left. He signed a deal, left. Now he's back. Trinidad's trying to get a year.
They threatened to sue him, and he came back.
Trinidad's trying to get another year.
I want Trinidad to come back. I love Trinidad.
Trying to get a 6th year.
Because how about the money? How about now? Now you got Mark Cuban.
Oh, he said Indiana.
He's in Indiana.
He's locked in.
You're writing the check.
Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
So they
What do
keep
you think he writes a check for? 50 mil?
It's probably staggered yearly.
yeah.
It's probably like he probably gave like 5 for 10 years. That moves the needle though.
For $5 million? That's it?
That's a quarterback every year, brother.
Yeah.
That's the top quarterback in the portal every year.
Yeah.
I feel like he's got to be more than that.
No.
Nah,
They want to spread it out.
He's got. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you're going to get Cuban, and you're going to get a bunch of other, you're going to grab all the billionaires in the state.
Yeah, like the one guy at Texas Tech, they
Well,
said
Campbell.
they said he's giving like 15 to 20 a year. But
Campbell.
he's got oil money.
Yeah, he's got the oil.
He's literally
money.
building the
land
whole
man.
roster.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he got more than Cuban?
Who's the quarterback? He got Sorsby.
Yeah.
He
From
gave him,
Cincy.
He gave him what was it, $5 million?
Yeah.
$5
I mean, like the top 5 quarterbacks in the portal are like in that $4 to $6 million range.
Yeah.
And that's your whole, if you're a 3rd round pick, that's like your whole contract.
Yeah.
Like
That's why you're staying.
Kyle
Right.
McCord was a 4th or 5th round pick. I think he gets like $3 million. If he would have went back, that's over 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
If he would have went back, he would have got $4 million in 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. All right, my brother.
I see real quick. Dante in the chat. He's in Pittsburgh. He's going to the game. Wanted to know if it was okay for him to wear Pittsburgh gear and wave the towel.
Nah. Violation.
I say stone violation.
He's an Eagles fan.
I don't think you can wear Pittsburgh gear.
No.
I mean, wear another gear, going to another game.
Just go neutral.
Dante.
You got to go neutral.
You go neutral colors, bro.
Or go Birds.
You know, you have to get him with
I
Roger
don't
Goodell
I don't
NFL
like
hat.
I don't like wearing. You can't. I don't think you can go Birds. I don't like wearing teams
No,
that aren't
that
involved in the
involved.
game.
Yeah, correct.
No, you don't wear another team. You go neutral. The only thing he could wear is like an NFL hat. He could be like one of those guys and just have the
Gear's
brand.
tough.
Gear's tough.
You
Can he
can't
wear?
do
Can he wave the
Steelers.
towel?
If the towel's on his seat,
Well, he's going to get a
Let me
towel. If
ask
you
you a
walk into
question.
the game, you get the towel.
Here's what I would allow.
Oh, he also says he is from Pittsburgh. Don't
Yeah,
leave
but
out
he's
that
an Eagles
detail.
fan.
He's an Eagles fan.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
brother.
he's from Pittsburgh.
You claimed
If he's
the
from-
Birds.
I'm all right with the towel. You better not wear Pittsburgh gear. That's
Nah,
Let me
he's
ask you a question.
Give the towel to a kid.
So I would say no jersey, but a hoodie.
A Pittsburgh hoodie?
Yeah.
Steeler hoodie?
Oh, like no, you can't wear a Steeler jersey. Like the jersey's sacred.
I would agree.
A
with that.
hoodie. I mean, you
I'm
can,
out on the gear. Does
I'm
he have
out,
it?
yeah.
Does
Do
he
you
have it?
count?
Does he have
You
Steeler
must
He
gear?
must have it.
Yeah,
but
licensed.
in the packing order of gear, the jersey's at the top.
Yes.
Like that's sacred. Like that's religious. That's like a frock.
But Anthony, it's a violation
collar.
Yeah.
off the rip. If you're an Eagles fan and you own other teams' gear,
Right.
like that's kind of crazy to me.
Well, hold up. I'm an Eagles fan, but I own back in the day, I was like a Peyton Manning fan, so I had a Manning jersey. I had the Colt. I had the Colts.
The only gear you can
I
wear,
had the
I
Colts.
believe, is defunct organizations.
maybe
Maybe
you
I
a
was a
wear
kid
Whaler.
now. I was a kid. I was
You're an adult. Do you still have it?
13.
Are you still
So
wearing
what
a
about
jersey?
One
Not
fan
wearing
would
it.
never
I
buy
present to you Prove John in the chat, who says, I live in Pittsburgh too. I refuse to allow my kids to wear black and gold for school spirit days.
He drew the line.
I love Prove John. Prove John rules.
Yeah, the question. I think it's kind of crazy as an adult to have multiple teams that you support.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So I have a weird thing, right?
A weird thing.
I have a weird
got
dynamic,
one.
right? I have hoodies and t-shirts from many NFL teams
Okay.
that were sent to me by people I know.
Oh yeah, you get them sent.
But I can't wear them.
Yeah, you can't wear them.
You don't wear it.
I have boxes, I have stuff.
You got Chief stuff.
I have Chief stuff. I have Bill stuff.
Yeah.
I have Raven stuff. I have, who else I have? I have Carolina stuff. I have somebody else. Seahawks from a friend of mine who was the running backs coach.
I get
but
that.
I can't wear it out. I can't use it.
Can't wear it in public.
No,
You can't. You get seen walking around town in that.
I can't wear them.
Yeah.
And some of them are nice. And I go, damn, man, they're nice.
You gotta lock that up.
I have a closet full of college
you can
football
put in
team
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
No, I like wearing different college
Well, because
stuff.
at college, me and my buddies do our college football trip, so we go to the school store when we get there.
I love
so
doing
I have a
that.
hoodie of like every college
Dude,
team.
college is a rule.
So I have, like,
love
I
wearing
want
college.
college. I agree. College stuff's the best.
Yeah, you can rock it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm going to bust
Oklahoma.
out of Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an Xavier Brown Oklahoma jersey recently.
Do you really?
Really?
Wow.
Hey,
That's awesome.
top
I
PG
love
in the
it.
country, man. What are we
Right,
talking
that's
about?
cool, man. I love it.
Yeah.
All right,
You're
brother.
the best.
We love you.
Love you.
You're
See
the
you guys
greatest.
soon, all right?
All right, Danny D, the AD. Let's look, and we have a good word from our buddy, Philadelphia. That's right, Bill Matz.
Welcome to Philadelphia, everybody. Listen, we just dropped today here at PHLY our new rallying cry, our new motto, our new slogan, the thing that defines us: sports over everything and Philly over everybody. Go Birds, DH, if you will. However you want to say it. The thing that matters to us here is building community, bringing fans together, and coming around. The thing that we all love the most: sports. And that's why I want to talk to you about our Philadelphia Flyers today. I want to talk to the casuals. I want to get people on board with this team. You know how they always say, the way up, that's the most fun time? That's where our Flyers are right now. They're on their way up. Their first season where it looks like they're legitimately contending for the playoffs and might even be able to make a run because of what the Eastern Conference looks like in a long, long time. Just Tuesday night, the Flyers have a huge home game against Cutter Gauthier and the Ducks. And what do? They come out and play an excellent game and beat them 5-2, send Cutter back to California sad. It was tremendous. And this team, it has taken on a personality for the first time in a long time, at least a personality that isn't the head coach John Tortorella's of the last few years. They have taken on the personality of one guy. It's Trevor Zegras. And if there's someone more Philly than him right now, it's hard to name. Listen, I know the perception. He's kind of a pretty boy, kind of a prima donna. That couldn't be further from the truth. The man is a hockey player, and he has brought his big personality to this team, and it's something we can all get behind as they make a push to the playoffs. You look at the East as a whole, it's not very good. They have one of the 2 or 3 best goal differentials in the entire conference. They are a top team in the Eastern Conference right now, and I know a lot of the casuals out there, listen, you're gearing up for the Birds playoffs. You might be still all in on this Sixers team because they're fun and doing something we haven't seen in a while, playing a different brand of basketball. And the Phils, well, we're just kind of waiting for that season to get underway, and hopefully it can be better. But we're 4 for 4, right? That's our thing. We got Anthony Gargano here at PHLY. We're all 4 for 4. It's time to get in on this bandwagon because I'm going to tell you right now, there isn't a reason the Philadelphia Flyers can't go to the Eastern Conference Final. They are getting the goaltending. Since the first month and a half of the season, they're a top 10 scoring team. They needed a little time to adjust. They don't give up a ton of scoring chances. The special teams aren't very good, but they still are. Imagine if they get that going. This is a good hockey team right now. We haven't seen an Eastern Conference Final since 2010. We've only been to the second round a couple of times since then. This is gearing up to be a really, really fun hockey season. Sports over everything. Maybe it's not your number one sport, but it's still Philadelphia against someone else. Get in on this Flyers team. This is going to be a year where they can make a run. I am looking forward to it, and I want everybody to enjoy this with me
because it's been so long. We deserve it. It feels like this team's luck is finally turning. They're on the right direction, and it's the first time I can say that in a long time. Get in on this team now. It's starting. That turnaround is starting. It's happening. We're in the second half of the season. Great time to get in. Let's go Flyers.
Let's go Flyers.
I love it. Way to go, Bill. Get in on these Flyers. Bill says maybe the Eastern Conference Finals. Ow!
Whoa.
Hey, listen, they got goaltending. Let's go. I'm going to probably do something at the trade deadline. Danny, Jonesy, let's do it. That video, you should check that video that we have out. It's unbelievable. It's off the Gautier game, the Anaheim game. It's fun, really awesome. Well, we tweeted it out. Bill played it on the Flyers show. It's awesome stuff. It really is. All right. What an epic show today.
Woo. Perfect to get me going. I'm ready to go get a beer and get the weekend going and play football.
Let's go.
Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom. It's been
we're almost at a 3-hour mark. Yeah, we're getting close. 20 more minutes.
Yeah. I got another half.
You got 20 in you?
Half
you got a 20 spot?
If I got to push it, I'm good.
All right, let's go.
All right, what do we got? We got back in the day.
Yeah, we
got it back in the day.
And then we'll do our predictions for the game.
Of course, we got it back in the day. We're going back. We're going back. We're going back in the day with True Mark. Oh, yeah.
All right, our good friends at True Mark Financial Credit Union. Kelly Body. She's ready for the game.
True Mark. We teased it a little yesterday. We're going back to when Uncle Frank was a senior in college, 1953. And this is one of the
1953. Yeah, I still don't know what you're looking.
This is a commercial of one of the it's a commercial. All Italians back in the day were proud of this commercial and this man.
Hello, may I come in? I am Chef Boyardi. Perhaps you have seen my picture on Chef Boyardi products at your grocers. Today I want to tell you about a wonderful dinner for three. A dinner that only costs about 15 cents a serving. It's my own Chef Boyardi spaghetti dinner with meat sauce or mushroom sauce. It all comes in one carton. A full half pound of tender, quick cooking spaghetti, 10 full ounces of rich, tasty sauce, and to top it off,
Need subtitles.
A whole can of zippy grated cheese. A wonderful food.
Delicious.
So ask your grocer for Chef Boyardi spaghetti dinner with meat or mushroom sauce, won't you? And look for other Chef Boyardi's products. They're also delicious, they're also nourishing, and they help keep the cost of your meals down. Chef Boyardi's products are at Best Grocers.
Ask for Chef Boyardi's spaghetti dinner. Only about 15 cents a serving.
15 cents a serving.
Only about 15
What
cents
a
per
bargain
serving.
for that kind of cuisine. High level pasta. Yeah. You're not a Chef Boyardi fan?
All one
dude.
package.
Yeah, man.
Sauce, cheese.
Nice cheese. Comes
spaghetti.
with meat and mushroom. Two options.
Ugh,
See,
mushroom.
I thought it only came in cans, which kind of ruined the product.
You
But
know,
the box,
you
the box is like high quality.
Never fail to surprise me.
Come on, man.
You are the worst.
I try.
You are absolutely
it
the
just
worst.
comes natural.
Mickey Durkin said that guy wasn't Italian, he was Albanian.
Chef Boyardi. Sound like Dracula. One of his people.
Big farts. He knows he used to crush the ravioli.
So with the worst thing in the ever, we got this discussion. You said that you used to eat the SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, of course. Back in like college.
When I was a kid, I
living
used to
away
eat
in
them.
college. Yeah.
I wouldn't touch them now. Ugh.
Oh my God. Oh, it's the
Someone
worst.
said he had a famous cookbook.
What? Get the hell out of here.
Jay Tidwell, yeah.
So our boy Eddie Wright says Kevin Petullo is the beefaroni of Eagles football.
He's a beefaroni.
Oh,
By the
that's
way,
fantastic.
Chef Boyardi's first name was Hector.
So all kidding aside,
Yeah.
every time I see pasta, especially spaghetti, on TV, or if anyone that doesn't understand pasta, it looks like that. What do you see?
Black and white?
No. So there was the pasta, the bed of pasta, with the sauce on top.
Yeah.
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 What's wrong with that?
Well, you got to mix it in.
You
You put a
gotta
little pasta water in and you mix it in so it sticks to it.
Yeah, well, you want the gravy in the sauce, whatever it is, the
Yeah.
marinara sauce.
Yeah.
You toss the pasta in the
You don't
pan.
create a lake of it on top of it. Yeah, I
You
know
toss
that.
That's such a non-Italian thing to do.
Right, because first of all, you have plain white pasta.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Joe Rockhead, a big fan of the beefaroni.
I love it. All right, let's get to Chef Boyardee. You are the
Boyardee.
Boyardee.
You got the stress on the accent on the wrong spot.
Hector Boyardee.
Yeah, Chef Boyard.
Didn't they change it to
Boyardee?
Once like a big venture capital group came in and bought them out, they changed the name. They Americanized
when they made it for kids.
Private equity firm bought them out.
All right, let's go. Sunday. What's your score, Andrew?
Man, I mean, I was kind of feeling weird at the beginning of the week. You guys have kind of talked me off the ledge a little bit. Oh, man. I think it's going to be like 21-17 Eagles.
21-17 Birds. VG.
I got 17, but I got the Birds put up 27 against this crap defense. I got Purdy with 2 interceptions, I think. Feeling it, especially now that Avant's saying Coop is like a main factor in this. I feel real good with Coop being like the main dude on defense we got to worry about.
So I agree, and I think 16-17 is about right for San Francisco.
Yeah,
I think the Eagles' offense explodes.
Woo!
I think they get into the 30s.
Oh, whoa! All right,
man.
33.
Wow.
I think there's a late Saquon touchdown to like make it, fatten up the score. There could be a defensive touchdown, fatten up the score. But I think they get into the 30s.
I might follow you. I might they say the team over. Sammy said in UK they got the team over 20.5.
20.5?
So I might,
that's crazy.
Sammy, load up on
Eagles over 27.5 and Eagles -9 I might do.
Did you check the bet parks?
I can't find it on the team specials.
I'm surprised.
I mean, I might be clueless.
Usually they have it. I just did this show with Brain.
I'm on San Fran 49ers.
Let's look at it real fast. I thought, I think
Total
they have
points, touchdown score, player score.
Here you go. I got it.
I got team specials.
25.5.
25.5 for the Birds?
Higher than I thought.
What?
25.5. Listen, all signs are over Eagles route. Let's go, Birds.
Yeah.
Everybody, chat. We love you, man. Go, Birds.
Go,
Have a
Birds.
great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday to celebrate. Bring on the Bears.
We all silly like the mayor.